Woodward Sports, let's go!
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Woodward Sports Network, let's go!
Good morning to you. Welcome to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you guys for waking up with us, being a part of the show today, and we got a lot of stuff planned on the show. I mean, we got a couple big guests today. Obviously, it's Thursday, so Terry Foster is going to be here, and it's going to be an amazing day. We got a senior writer for the NBA on Yahoo, and Vince Goodwill, right?
Yep, Vince Goodwill, NBA Yahoo senior writer.
So he's going to be joining us. We got your chance to qualify for that kick for crypto. Plus, we got Rocket Mortgage Classic tickets to give away today, too. So lots of stuff going on. Yeah, I know. We got lots of stuff going on today.
Big day.
Good morning to you. My name is Stick. To my right.
What up, though? It's Corey.
To my left.
$300 Richard Joey.
Oh, Joey went to the casino last night.
Kind of had to slip that in there, you know. Just a little bit in there. Where you at, Adam?
And then we have Alex and producer Fish making sure we sound good in the audio booth. And Jeff is here manning all the socials. Plus, he got his trending videos coming up with Joey's news. Whew, but first, let's talk about it. Last night, game number 1, Hawks versus Bucks. I was not a believer that the Hawks were going to be able to even hang with the Bucks.
Joey were.
You guys were.
Air 5, Corey. Air 5. Yo, that game. Wow.
Yeah.
We knew, though.
It was time for him to explode.
Trey was too quiet. Even when Trey is scoring 30 points, that's still too quiet.
Yeah, well, Trae Young, I anticipate him doing well. What I didn't anticipate was Capella having 19 rebounds and being able to dominate the paint with Giannis there and Brook Lopez and, you know, the big guys they have. And what I didn't anticipate is Coddington throwing up one of the worst air balls of all time. That was the worst game-winning shot attempt I think I've ever seen in my life besides Carlton with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That is the worst shot I've ever seen in my lifetime.
I agree. I agree. And, like, honestly, when he took that shot, I was like, I mean, it wasn't a bad attempt. Like, it was still a good shot, but the outcome of that.
It looked pure. It looked pure. But, yeah, it did not go in. It did not even go. It was, like, one of the biggest air balls I've ever seen in my life.
One that stepped up, though, Drew Holiday. We have not seen that Drew Holiday in some time, and he came out to play. So when he started going off, I was like, all right, this is kind of looking a little bit scary for the Hawks. But the way they just finished it off, man, like it was really a great team effort. Seeing them just fight all the way till the end. It got scary at the end, though, when they had that 20-6 run or something like that.
I mean, the Bucks had every chance to win that game, and if the Hawks would have lost that game, I would have felt like the series is over because that was the game they had in their hands to steal. And if they didn't get it last night, it wasn't going to happen, but it happened last night. And, I mean, you were talking about Drew Holiday, 33 points, 10 assists, 4 rebounds. Then Giannis with his 34, 12 rebounds, and 9 assists, 1 assist away from a triple-double. But at the end of the day, it was the Trey show. I mean, this dude was throwing alley-oops off the backboard to his teammates.
Him and John Collins was going
Look at this. And one mixtape tour.
But that is the nicest alley-oop I've ever seen.
But what I liked about it was Kenton Bazemore tweeted it. I don't know if you can find it. Kenton Bazemore tweeted, because he used to be on the Hawks. He said, I told them in practice they could not do that in the game, and they go and do it in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, well, they did it. I mean, dude,
like, that's
to do that
in
the
All-Star
Eastern Conference
Weekend.
Finals. Right.
That's All-Star Weekend only.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, now it's part of their playbook, so be careful when Trey's driving like that. But Trey also had some other moments wide open, and he hits him with the shimmy. I love this.
My favorite.
Look at that.
My favorite.
Thing,
they're only up by 5.
But here's my thing. I don't care. How do you let him stand alone that long, just open? Like, you don't close out. You just sit there and look, oh, Well, I guess I messed up anyway. No, still at least make me believe you're gonna try and close out on him.
Yeah, if he's got time to sit there and give you a little dance, you know you're not playing good defense.
You deserve to lose that game.
You do deserve to lose that game. And Giannis was not having it too. He was like yelling at his team in the huddle, like, "You see this dude shimmying on us? Like the shimmy's gonna be the most disrespectful thing coming up. Look at him.
I mean,
trying to coach up his team, and look, we let this motherfucker shimmy."
Yeah, I mean, you know who used to do that? He used to piss me off. Antoine Walker.
Oh yeah, but that was
Everything.
after he made the shot.
Yeah,
that's the difference. He was doing it before he made it.
I still hated it.
Yeah, Fatwan Walker with his pack of hot dogs on the back of his neck. Yeah, I was not a fan of that.
He reminded me of a Oompa Loompa.
Dude.
That's what he reminds me of. I don't know why.
He has to go down in history with the most neck rolls in NBA history.
And the most punchable face.
That's a good one.
It's up there.
But you know what's interesting about Drew Holiday and Giannis? They both shot 14 for 25. I just thought that was really interesting.
Oh, both of them did?
Both of them shot 14 for 25.
And that's not a bad percentage.
A point off. I mean, it's like 56%. That's great. Just Chris Middleton. He had a Chris Middleton game. 6 for 23, shot 26%. That can't happen. He
had a chance to win the game at the end too, and once again, I thought that was a good look for Middleton at the end, and it just did not happen. Trey, obviously, like we said, he was taking over all game, but near the end, this and one I thought was kind of not the game swinging moment, but they were down by 5, and then boom, all of a sudden they're down by 2. And there was another possession in there where the Hawks got like 3 offensive rebounds and ended up hitting a 3 in the corner, which definitely changed the tide of the game.
And what's crazy is that was his only that was his only shot that he made in the fourth, because he went 1 for 7. But he killed it at the free throw line, 9 for 10 from the charity stripe, and he stayed aggressive. And that's what you want. If your shot is not falling, get to the free throw line and nail those. If they're bunnies, they're free throws.
Right.
So, man.
Yeah,
that was a hell of a game.
A great game. And for Charles Barkley, he's living up to his guarantees again. Listen to Charles Barkley before the game and listen to Charles Barkley after the game.
Bucks and 4.
4. Oh,
sweet.
Oh, sweet. Hit the button then.
No,
Don't hit that button again.
Hey, Bucks and 4. Like the great, love you, Dad. Moses Malone, Dad. 4. I'm a dumbass. I'm a dumbass.
Hey, I appreciate that. At least about time he admits it.
Yeah, I love it. He's the anti-guaranteed. Like, everything he says, you just take the opposite.
Man, yesterday when I was at the casino, I went out to Motor City Casino, was at the FanDuel Sportsbook, and let me tell you that Charles Barkley ain't the only dumbass. I want you to take a look at this. If you follow us on social media, this was all over our Facebook and Instagram stories, so make sure you're following us at Woodward Sports, because this is what went down.
Let's go! Every play. That's all you gotta do. We do that every play, bro.
I got the Bucks. No, he got the Bucks. I got the Hawks.
Fuck the Hawks. Let's go Bucks. See? We want to get the show. I'll see y'all on the show.
And the Bucks and the Islanders.
He's still down.
So what happened on that play was what?
They still down.
What?
What's the score?
And one, Trae Young.
What's the score?
I ain't scared. Hey, Hawks up by 1. 30 seconds left, man. How you feeling?
Fuck the Hawks. I know they better come down there. Scream, oop to Giannis.
I don't know who looks nervous more, him or you. You already know what's going in. It's Trae Young. Come on, baby. Let's go. 45 points. Make it 46. Down by 3.
What's happening over here?
Hey, come here. Come here. Come here. What happened? Okay, that happened. My man. You know who ain't going to be doing that? Oh, now you're trying to be all friendly, making friends.
No, everyone gets
Took that
game.
L.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Where'd you win?
Hawks, 1,700.
Tell him. Try and tell him.
So
Friendly shit talking yesterday because I gotta be honest, that was the most fun I've ever had watching. So there was a dude that had the Yankees on a parlay, had the Hawks, and then Fish one of them damn soccer games. I don't know which one, but he ended up winning. And The Yankees were down. The Bucks were ahead at that time. Like, it was just the craziest thing seeing this dude win so much money like that. And then on top of that, the Islanders with that overtime win.
Yeah.
This dude placed the bet. I'm not joking. 5 seconds. He was at the what's that called? The ticket booth, whatever.
Yep.
5 seconds after he cashed it in, he turns around and they scored. The craziest thing in the world.
In-game betting?
In-game betting.
Nice. And you won $300.
I won $300 on the Hawks, baby.
Good for you. Put your money where your mouth is on that, man. Because when both of you said the Hawks yesterday, I thought you both were smoking crack. Like, I did not think there was any way the Hawks were going to be able to translate what they did against the 76ers against the Bucks. And man, they look damn good. And then I started thinking about it, like, it kind of makes sense. If they were able to shut down Embiid, they kind of have their defense set for what they want to do for Giannis. Mm-hmm. And that's what happened last night.
That's what just shows, though, Giannis, and we've been talking about this whole playoffs, he's not playing as aggressive as he needs to.
Right.
He's just, like, Giannis isn't out here to be shooting shots. He's out here to be a difference maker, switch that energy, and just the momentum. That's what they need, is him to be a leader and change up that momentum for the whole entire team, and he's not doing it.
I still think it's going to be a Bucks going to win this, and I'm going to say Bucks in 6.
Okay.
I still thought the Bucks were going to win this series, but I thought for the first game, it just had the feeling. It was no basketball intelligence really went into it. It was just one of those things that I felt like, I feel Trae Young is about to come out and have a big night. I feel that the Hawks are about to come out and shock people, at least for the first game. They did that, and I think Giannis is going to come out next game, and he's going to be aggressive because, as you said, with that shimmy in the huddle, he ain't like that. The thing is, now he has to go out there and play big. He has to go out there and play like the Greek Freak. Not Giannis Antetokounmpo. He has to play like the Greek Freak, the 2-time MVP, the guy who is unstoppable. Play big, and they're going to win big.
I'm questioning everything I know about basketball this year. I'm telling you, man, with the Suns on their run like they're doing, and, you know, with the Hawks on their run that they're doing, neither of those guys are the most talented teams, but they're the best teams. Well, and that's what's winning right now.
Yeah, well, the Hawks shocked me. The Suns shocked me that they got past the Lakers, but they didn't shock me that they're good. They had a good team last year. They just needed to get some wins together. They needed to get the chemistry together. Monty Williams is a great coach. They already had a great young team last year. You have a great young team, and then you insert a floor general, the mind of CP3. You're destined for greatness.
Yeah, CP3 coming back tonight, and we're going to cover a lot of that game coming up next on the Woodward Sports Network. But first, let me tell you about my friends at 8 Mile. So good, we got 2 fists in here now.
Oh, you're getting ready for Jobby Nooner, huh?
Jobby Nooner tomorrow. Joey's going to head out. He's going to be on Z-Man's boat. Are you ready for that?
I don't know. Honestly, I do not know, man. This is going to be so much fun. Haven't seen people at this capacity where we're back to 100%. And out there on Muscatine Bay, this is going to be a good time. Brought to you by 8 Mile Vodka.
I've never been.
Well, me and you are going to be in here, and Joey's going to be doing call-ins tomorrow. Ooh. I know. But Joey's going to be out there with a couple bottles of 8 Mile Vodka. Make sure we get it out there to the people, because that's where it belongs, because it's from the people, by the people, for the people. And, you know, it's 8 Mile. It's Detroit. You got to support it. Pick it up at any of your local Meijer. 8 Mile Vodka. Go grab some now.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10.5 months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
a graduate of Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. And thank you to everybody that's watching right now on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. And then, of course, everybody who has downloaded our app and listening to us live. Thank you so much. You can get the app. It's for free now in any store, Apple or Google Play. Just search Woodward Sports or WSN Live. So we got another game tonight, Game 3 of the Western Conference Finals. Clippers versus Suns. And before we get into this game, I just saw this video this morning, and I don't know why this video did not go viral. But this is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It was taken at the end of last game where Ayton caught the alley-oop, and it's a crowd reaction. But look at the very end of this video and the faces in this video. There's the alley-oop to Ayton. Crowd's going wild. God, that looks so fun.
Oh, my gosh.
But look at.
No. That's amazing.
I mean, I seen that yesterday.
Oh, you saw it? How did I not see that?
I know I saw it yesterday because SportsCenter posted it, and I'm like, that was everybody's reaction. Like,
0.9 seconds off an alley-oop on the inbound.
Yeah, can you play that again? Because I just love Wilbon and Stephen A. Smith's face. Like, they're just statues. And the whole crowd is going insane, and those two are just statues.
It looks fake.
It really does. And it looks planned, but I guarantee it was not.
Yeah, you can't plan that.
No, but it's like, remember the mannequin challenge back in the day? Like, that's what it reminded me of. Everybody around you is going nuts, and they're just like... So I thought that video was hilarious to see. And then I don't know if you guys heard about this, but Jalen Rose, after he found out the Pistons got the #1 draft pick, he went to the bar at the Suns arena and he bought 50 shots because it had been 50 years since we had the #1 pick.
Damn, I didn't know he bought 50 shots.
Yep, 50 shots for the fans, Suns fans, and he was going around high-fiving everybody but giving out free liquor. So yeah, it was a party down there, man. Phoenix is having a good-ass time, but the series has now shifted to LA, and CP3 is going to be there. Are we going to see a shift in play?
It's possible. I think, you know what? I think they're going to see a shift in play, but I hate to say it. I think the Clippers going to win tonight.
You think the Clippers? All right. I mean, they should win tonight, right? They should be able to
They're
protect
overdue.
home court. Like, and that's really, whenever you hear something, that's the thing. A playoff series doesn't start until a team loses on their home court, and that's probably what's going to happen tonight. But with Chris Paul coming back, he's going to handle the ball more. They're going to have to, they had a couple turnover issues in Game 1. I don't see those happening unless Chris Paul is just completely out of sync with the team.
See, that's the thing, though. You get what you get out of Chris Paul. You're going to get a clean leader, and you're going to get just the fundamentals and the basics. And when Chris Paul comes back to this team, it's going to be different than when a Kawhi or a star player like that. Because Chris Paul, to me, he is a star, but he's more of a leader than he is just a regular star, like NBA 2021 star. You know what I'm saying?
Chris Paul is like a second coach right on the floor. And now you're going to be able to have him back out there guiding these troops. I'm telling you, I think it's going to be a really good game. You're going to see the Suns play with more poise. I mean, you're going to see them just have high IQ. But I also think that Paul George has to step up. He doesn't have a choice to step up in this game because if they don't, they're getting swept.
Yeah, and they'll get swept off their home court, too.
Yeah, and that would be such a bad look.
Suns in 4, man. Shit's coming real.
Suns, I mean, it really is becoming real. The best part is, like, last night watching TNT, even all those guys were doing the whole Suns in 4 thing, and, they're like, is that trademark now? So
I mean, dude does have a bobblehead, so, I mean, I don't know. I mean, how dope is that? You knock somebody out and you get your action figure.
No, that's legendary. That's why I wish there was a Detroit story, because it would be like, oh man, that's one of the most Detroit things ever. But
and that's the thing. It's like, dude said Suns in 4 in the conference semifinals. He ain't say that about the conference finals and then the NBA finals.
Right, but
it's going all the way through to the end right now.
He's right so far, and we get to see if this game plays out tonight and what the final score is going to be. I know the Suns are favored to, or they're not favored. The Clippers are favored by 1.5 in this game, according to what I saw. Ooh. I don't know how you can put the Clippers as a favorite besides home court, but we've seen throughout these playoffs, some home court matters, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, the Clippers in the last series, home court meant absolutely nothing. Home court, they lost every damn game on the home court.
I don't know how that happened.
I don't know either, but it happened. So the Clippers are just a weird team this year.
Hey, what's the most sweeps in an NBA playoffs
for like one team?
Yeah,
I'm
sure back-to-backs happen.
I gotta say it was the Warriors when they went on that 13-game playoff winning streak. Like, they just ripped through the finals. That's got to be the Warriors, right? Can you check that?
Shaq and Kobe, because then they got Shaq and Kobe 15-1.
They only lost one game
in the whole playoffs.
Yeah, they
did. Wow, that's crazy.
But I don't know if all of those, I don't know if it broke up the sweep.
Exactly.
That one loss broke up a sweep. Like, where did it come in the or in the Western Conference Finals? Semifinals?
I know if there's 2001, then if it's 2001, right? Because then that had to be against the 76ers because they lost the first game to the 76ers. I remember that. I remember that game because that game was during my mom's wedding.
Oh, I remember that game because Larry Brown was like, "Listen, I learned about going to L.A. and winning Game 1. It doesn't mean anything," and that's what he actually learned from it when he was with the Pistons. So
did you watch that game at your mom's wedding or no?
Okay. Here's where I'm going to sound like a piece of crap. I left the reception to go watch that game.
That's all right. I mean, people are drunk at the reception. You did the whole wedding thing. You did the formal part.
I didn't feel like being there anyway, so whatever.
Well, we got our guests in the studio. You want to do the introduction, Corey?
Yeah, somebody who I've known for a long time and who has, just like Rob, has kept their foot in my butt for a long time, but really, really great guy. Helped me out with so much. We have Yahoo senior NBA writer Vince Goodwill in the building.
Hey, good morning.
What's up, Vince? How you doing, man?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Can hear you just fine.
Man, we hear you, we see you, we got everything.
All that stuff.
Welcome.
So, yeah, man, I mean, I guess the first thing we got to ask you about is Pistons getting that #1 overall pick. It's still a celebration around here.
Can we? I'm glad we can retire the whole "we never get lucky." The league hates us. The league hates Detroit type of thing. But now you got to make the pick, right?
Right. Yeah. Now it's on us. Now it's on us. And are you thinking, pretty much in line with everybody else, that Cade Cunningham is that dude, and if we don't take him, we're kind of fooling ourselves?
Nah, I'm not. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't go that far. I know some people are fans of Jalen Green.
Yes.
But the problem is we don't remember who watches the G League in the same way that you would watch college basketball.
Yes.
But this year was so odd, completely. I don't blame Jalen Green for not going to college. If I had the choice of jumping straight into my profession without having to go to college, I'd say I think I'll still go. That campus life, sometimes that can be fun. But
honestly, I would definitely yes, I get it. You're making money in the G League, but that campus life of wherever he would have gone to go play college ball, he would have been the man on that campus.
You know how many girls G League guys get picking them up in middle Iowa?
As many girls as we get, damn it.
No, but I think for once the Pistons are in this advantageous position. You look at the teams that are playing now, you can see a blueprint to get in there without having to say, okay, let's just wait till free agency. Let's just, we have no hope. Kevin Durant, LeBron. Now you can see a pathway because this league is sort of changing.
Yeah, I love it, man. You're right, though. It is on us. And honestly, before we got the #1 pick, I said that's the one thing that kind of scares me. Because if you're 3 or 4, it's like, all right, that guy fell to me. I really had no options. Mm-hmm. Now we're back, and I hate to bring up the Darko situation, but we're back in that to where we take this guy, and then the 3 guys right behind him will be successful. So, I mean, Troy Weaver's already gained my trust with what he did last year. So cashing in on 3 first-round picks to make them all contribute right away. I have faith in Troy Weaver, but it's a lot of pressure picking #1.
Scared money don't make money, man.
Yeah, I like that.
This ain't 20 years ago.
Okay.
This isn't Darko being some unknown, and there was a lot of things that went behind Darko being drafted and, Joe Dumars being a younger executive at the time. I'm 36. He was probably around my age when he made that pick. He was closer to the players of that day than he was to the players coming in. So, but Troy Weaver's been around for a long time. He's been an assistant GM. You've seen what he's done just with the little bit of, leeway that he's had when he came in. He drafted Russell Westbrook. He pushed for Oklahoma City to draft him. That was a push. Russell Westbrook was like a second guard at UCLA playing behind Darren Collison. You know what I mean?
God. He was so explosive, though, man.
But he had to see something in those guys that other people didn't. And I like Weave's vision, and I think that they're going in the right direction. I love Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham reminds me of Grant Hill. That may be a little bit before people's time because people may only remember Grant Hill being hurt or being somewhere else.
Right.
But when Grant Hill first got here, he was a supernova.
Yes.
And he was smooth, and Cade Cunningham sort of puts me in that mode where people are saying, well, maybe he's not as aggressive as he should be and stuff like that. I'm like, people said the same things about Grant Hill at Duke, and you look up and he's got close to triple-double numbers. So if they get this right, we could have some meaningful basketball around here sooner rather than later. And I can't believe I'm actually saying that out loud.
And that's so weird. That's a weird feeling.
Now, I do got to ask you this. There's been, like you just mentioned, there's been a lot of talk about looking at Jalen Green. Do you see the Pistons staying pat and taking Green number 1, or because Cade is the consensus number 1, or do you see them trading back a spot or two and getting Green if they're high on him?
You got to have – Green is so high on the board that you would have to find a team that wants Cade Cunningham above anything else and is willing to give you something of substance to move up a couple of spots. Like there was a couple years ago, Jason Tatum should have been the number 1 pick, and Philadelphia didn't want to take him. They took Markelle Fultz. So Boston said, all right, you know, we want Jason Tatum, and we know you don't. So you'll give us an extra first-round pick. We'll slide down from 1 to 3. We'll still get our player, and we'll get a future asset. Do you want to take that chance if you're the Pistons? I don't know. I think you take the guy. But you tell all these other teams, if you want him, then you're going to have to come and get him. We're not going to give away the first pick. You're going to have to give us, you know, the Herschel Walker package or something like that. Players and picks. Like I'm about setting the value high and getting a lot. But if Cade Cunningham's a superstar, then there isn't really anything that you should be giving up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, no, and that's the thing. They're saying that he's the number 1 guy, and then the tier below him is just that. It's a very close to him. He's great. They're very good in that next 3 to 4 players with Mobley and then the Jalens.
I mean, the people I've talked to over the past few days have been like, there's a first tier, and it's not Cunningham, then everybody else. It's Cunningham, Green, Mobley, and then, you know, Jalen Suggs. And there's some people who put Jalen Suggs in that number 1 category. So this is going to be one of these drafts that we're going to be talking about for years on end. You just hope you're going to be on the right side of history. And once again,
God, I hope
it's
so.
a crapshoot.
Right.
What I love most, though, is until July 29th when this NBA draft goes down, everybody got to talk about the Detroit Pistons. And that's the best feeling in the world.
They're a national story now. You know what I mean? In a way that they haven't been. Like, they haven't won a playoff game since 2008. It was like a hush just went over the room. Like, y'all remember what y'all doing in 2008?
I was at that last playoff game they won. I was interning.
and at that time, were you like, man, this is going to be the last playoff win for 13 years?
I didn't think that was the Eastern Conference Finals.
Right.
They were against Boston. I didn't think like, oh, okay, this is where it's all about to break apart. Then next season, it all broke apart.
This tweet came through last night in our content chat that we have here for the Woodward Sports Network, and it's from John Henry Smith. It says, no inside info here, just reading some tea leaves. The Pistons' Troy Weaver reportedly really likes, is it Bouknight? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Bouknight.
Bouknight?
Yeah.
Is that how you say it? He's not taking him to cover over Cade at number 1, but we saw how Weaver moved around the board last year. He has some assets to play with, and it wouldn't shock me. Do you think the Pistons are going to trade back up again into the first round and get another first-round pick this year?
I think they had so much work to do last year that you saw an extreme level of activity, along with last year not being a good draft.
Right.
Like going into last year, those draft picks didn't have a whole lot of value. So you could get a Sadiq Bey at 18, and you can get an Isaiah Stewart a little bit later. I remember doing some stuff for Yahoo, and people were texting me like, what is Troy Weaver doing? And I'm like, well, apparently he thinks his players aren't very good, so it's better to get some young players on some rookie contracts, take some flyers, and see what happens. So, but I think this year's draft is going to be a little bit more valued, you know, even after the top 5. So I'm not sure if people are going to be so, you know, want to just trade those picks, along with the fact that that's cost control. You know what I mean? That's cost control for 3 or 4 years where salaries are skyrocketing. You see Ben Simmons making $40 million a year and can't shoot, won't shoot. So
one-way player.
You know what I mean? So
nice
you have,
pass, though, he had, though. Nice pass.
That was a good attempted assist.
So you have to be careful about trying to do too much. I think some of the hard work with the draft was done last year. Now I think you're to the point where you don't want to have 5 or 6 guys on your team that are in their first or second year, because how can you devote time to player development? How can you give them the space to grow?
Right.
You know what I mean? You got to give Sadiq Bey runway. You got to give Cade Cunningham runway. Killian Hayes, if he's still, you know what I'm saying, if he's still part of your future, you get these guys to the point where they're in so much competition with each other. yeah, survival of the fittest, but at the same time, you're not figuring out who's doing what, and it's almost a waste of your time and assets.
Man, I love how Pistons went from being like topic C or topic D to like we could talk about them now and like really have good, interesting conversations. Not just like, well, we think they're gonna be okay next year. Now it's like, holy shit, we have all these options and the future is bright for them. We're joined right now by Yahoo writer Vincent Vincent Goodwill, and I want to hear more about your take on the Pistons and more about the first #1 overall pick. We got to take a 15-second break, so we'll be right back with more with Vincent Goodwill right here on the Woodward Sports Network.
Tony is a third-generation logger that has a simple, practical approach to life and work. That's why his Coast DX342 knife is perfect for him. The stainless steel blade is rust-resistant and made for all-weather use. And the double roll-lock safety ensures that it will never inadvertently close when he doesn't want it to. That's why Coast is trusted tough.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. And don't forget, coming up at 9 a.m., we got your shot to kick for crypto. $25K in crypto could be yours if you can just kick a football into the back of our Jeep. And that's really that simple. We'll qualify you to get into the finals coming up at 9 a.m.
You know who got a booter? Joik Bell.
Really? He's an athlete, man.
He could punt that ball so nicely. He was doing it over the weekend at his camp.
Yeah, after playing softball with Joik, like Joik's a pure athlete, just period.
Yeah, I think Joik, Jesse brought that up when I was doing a recap of his video, saying like he's just an all-around athlete at everything that he does.
Yep.
I mean, except when when it comes, getting mossed by Joey,
Man. How many times did they play that yesterday? That was awesome.
I played that on a loop.
I don't even brag about it. This is what I do.
So we're joined by Vincent Goodwill from Yahoo Sports, and actually people in the chat are asking some questions too that they want to know your opinion on Sekou. What do you think about Sekou? You have a pulse on him and what he means, and is that project ever going to come to fruition?
Far be it for me to say, as somebody who gained weight over quarantine, he's a little too old to have baby fat. But no, I think he's talented. I think people saw the flashes, was that a year and a half ago, and then the season stopped. It's okay to have a guy like that on your roster that you have to wait on, as long as you don't have to pay him. Because if you're paying him, then you're saying, okay, now we're expecting something from you. He's still on he's entering year 3. Year 3 is kind of the year that no matter if you're drafted as a sure thing or you're drafted as a project, that's where you're expected to start turning some things around. And for me, only because you have to start paying a guy. Going into year 4, you got to figure out restricted free agency, stuff like that. But for me, it's about, is he going to get in and do the work? If he's going in and doing the work, it's going to show. And that's the one thing that you hear about that guy is sometimes you wonder if the commitment is going to be there. And that's just youth.
That's what I heard last year, though. Like when we had the Pistons created their own bubble, what I heard was Sekou was putting in the work, that he was the guy showing out. And then the regular season starts, and it's just nothing to be seen.
Have you not heard of spring training, OTAs?
Yes.
This is those movies. You know what I mean? Everybody looks good until the lights come on. Because who's he playing against in practice? That he was probably getting buckets on.
Right.
And then you step up for the regular season if he's playing. I think he was probably practicing against Blake Griffin.
You hear that, Sean McVay? It doesn't matter what they're doing in practice.
Oh my!
Got to do it in the games.
Are you mourning over Matthew Stafford?
No, I'm not mourning over him, but the stroke fest that is going on in L.A. right now for somebody who was here 12 years and didn't get us a playoff win is just blowing my mind. It's like, of course he looks good in practice. Like you said, you're supposed to look good in practice.
It's easy to call someone a bad mother effer,
right?
Because he's a new quarterback and all the media is on him,
and he's throwing on the DB that you drafted in the 5th round. It's going to be a little bit different.
You guys are brutal.
I love Stafford. Best quarterback the Lions ever had, but at the same time, that doesn't mean anything.
How high is that bar?
Right, exactly.
Now, Vinny, I want to get to you on this. With the way that Troy Weaver is building these Pistons, how far along do you think they are from getting back to the playoffs?
To the playoffs?
Yeah.
Like a playoff berth?
Playoff berth.
Stan Van Gundy got them to the playoffs. That's, once again, that ain't a high bar to have. But
especially in the East, you could do it.
I mean,
could get that
actually, I
8
think
seed.
the East is getting a lot better. I mean, the Atlanta Hawks, we didn't see them coming at all.
No, 5th seed.
You know what I mean? Not even just that. Their best player is my height.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's a hard thing to do in a game that's full of giants. So if they get this pick right and Cade Cunningham or Jalen Green comes in pro ready, you could be a year away, because I don't think rebuilds are 5 years anymore. The NBA operates in 2-year cycles. You think of the NBA 2 years ago, Golden State was still rocking 2 years ago. LeBron James was playing with a bunch of babies with the Lakers before the whole Anthony Davis thing happened. Brooklyn wasn't Brooklyn. Philadelphia wasn't Philadelphia. And Milwaukee was on the come up. So you can't say, oh, in 5 years we're going to be good. Guys coming to the league ready to play. Like, these playoffs are full of young guys that are taking it to these old dudes.
And I love it.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
you got to look at it and say, where's our young guy that's going to lead us into this sort of next sort of phase of NBA basketball? I don't think it should take 5 years. I think next year you should have not 21, 22, right. I mean, but at the end of next season, you could be in the playoffs.
I mean, when we went over our potential starting 5 next year, if we take Cade, like, you got Killian, you got Cade, you got Sadiq Bey, you got Beef Stew, and then you got our boy Jeremy Grant, the Olympian. That's a solid starting 5 and a young starting 5 that you could see growing in 1 to 2 years.
But here's the question. How many of those guys project as a top half player at their position? Because you look at your guy, you're like, well, this guy can do all these different things.
Right.
And they were playing with house money this year, right?
Right.
We didn't expect anything from them. It was in the middle of a pandemic. You know what I mean? Like, they weren't playing in front of pressure. The rookie year was kind of like, simulated. It was kind of like playing NBA Live or something like that. Well, or 2K, I guess. Now, as I'm aging myself,
NBA
right?
Jam with the big heads.
Yeah. I'm aging myself, but no. If you're looking at it and saying, I believe you have to have 2 players that project in the top half of their position before you can even think about going into the playoffs. And all those young guys have questions. Jeremy Grant's the only guy you can say, all right, maybe he's top 15, 3-4 in the league.
Yeah, he's the one guy I would say. And, Bey has a chance. He obviously proved he's capable, but he isn't there yet.
I love him.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be excellent.
Anytime you set that rookie record for 3-pointers, beating Steph Curry and those boys, you got some potential.
And he's mean. Like,
nice.
He's mean. Like, he don't take, I'm not going to be cursing on here.
You can curse. You're fine,
yeah,
man.
I can. but that's a mean some. You know what I mean? And I like dudes that play with a little bit of edge, a little bit of grit. I love that about him because he's so young, but he's not taking any shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So to me, that's here to play here.
Right.
That's necessary.
That's
man.
when we've been the most successful.
And that's really what I appreciate the most about the Pistons, really allowing that rookie class to go out there and learn and just develop on their own, because I guarantee you if we didn't let them just play like that, all these rookies would not be the way that they are.
I mean, shit, can you imagine another year of Blake Griffin playing and you're still trying to just barely make the playoffs?
Oh, God.
Can you imagine that? You went through the pain 1 year.
Ugh.
You got some building blocks. You tanked I guess there's a right way to tank. You tanked the right way, and then you got lottery luck on you. You know what I mean?
Oh, thank you, Blake, for leaving.
Now, Now, what do you think about everybody? There are some people out there already saying, don't need to draft Cade. We already got a point guard in Killian Hayes. What do you think about those people? Can we let's just go ahead and knock it out right now. The people are out there. Some of them are in the chats. See?
You take the best player available. Like if you got me and you can draft Stephen A. Smith, you take Stephen A. Smith. You know what I mean? Like, that's just, you can have a star, not that type of thing. You can have a big shot, but if you got a chance to take a franchise changer, you figure out the rest later. And in today's game, you have so many ball handlers. The name of the game today is, can you get your shot?
Right.
And if Killian develops and can project, if he can fix that, I don't think you throw him away just because you got a new shiny, object. You can play those two off of each other. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I like the way Killian progressed this year. At the beginning of the season, he looked fucking lost, but by the end of the season, he was playing big. He was controlling the tempo, and you could tell some of those passes he were making, nobody else in the league is making those.
He's got a great eye. Like, the thing for me with point guards, and I'm sure you guys are familiar with Michigan State's movies. Like, they had a player, Denzel Valentine, a few years ago. Denzel had the best court vision. But it would be like a twitch from when he saw the play to when he made the play. And that hole, that window is so minute that if you take a split second, that hole closes up and it's a turnover. Killian can see the play, make it without, like, very fluidly. You know what I mean? I don't think you throw that away. You give him a chance to figure out. He got to figure out that jump shot. You got to figure out, make sure that hip is right. But as far as everything else, like, I think you can let him grow and develop, because what's the incentive to throw him away this year? Where's the pressure to be better than what you were last year? No matter who you get, you just want your draft pick to be a really good player in year one. That doesn't mean you got to win now. That just means, hey, let's figure this out.
Right. Well, man, we could do this all day. Honestly, I could have this conversation all day. I love the way you speak, and I love the way your insight for this. So thank you very much for stopping by the studio today. Corey was super jacked that you were able, and being at first we thought you were just gonna call in. He's like, no, man, he asked for the address. He's coming in. I love that.
No, he actually, because I don't live technically far from here. So he was like, why don't you come to the studio? I'm like, where is it? And he told me. I was like, oh, okay, well, this is cool.
Yeah.
Hey, Vincent, are you born and raised here in Detroit?
Yes.
That's awesome.
I'm an East Sider. Grew up on the actual East Side of Detroit. Like, I wish I could say I grew up in the suburbs.
No, you don't.
That wasn't exactly how I was kicking.
Made you who you are, right? That's it.
Who you got tonight?
Man, I want to see it. Look, I make my picks based off of where I want to go for the finals, because I'm leaving for Atlanta this weekend. So Phoenix,
Detroit 2.0 right there.
Man, no, that's like on steroids, because it wasn't COVID there. Like, they just ignored COVID in Atlanta. We at least acted like it existed here for a few months.
I'm not joking. People in Atlanta, I feel like there was more Detroiters in Atlanta than they were in Detroit.
Yeah, if there was a time that you need to get away and do something, and you want to get on a plane or take an 8-hour car ride, all right, cool. You know what I mean? But as far as tonight, as far as tonight, I'm hoping the Clippers win. I'll say that. I hope the Clippers win.
Yeah, you don't want to be in Phoenix in July, man. This is hot as hell there.
It's going to be hot regardless. Yeah. I got friends in Phoenix, though, so I'm going to have a good time regardless.
Yeah,
or
my family's
Scottsdale,
out
not
there.
Phoenix.
My family's out there. Phoenix in July and August. It's just like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. It's like asking them to come here in January.
I'm dark. I can't get any darker. You know what I mean? So I think I'll be all right. You know, once I get down and throw on some sunscreen. We're allowed to do that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have to.
Are you allowed to? Why wouldn't you be allowed to?
No, I'm just making sure. Just, you know, got my skin program and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Go there, maybe take up golf or something like that during an off day. But I think Phoenix is going to win that series. But I think the Clippers win tonight.
Awesome. Well, Vincent Goodwill from Yahoo Sports, thank you for joining us this morning
appreciate
and
you
sharing
guys.
your
Appreciate
insight.
it, man.
Corey, thank you for setting it up. And yeah, good basketball.
Where's
is
Terry
upon
Foster?
us.
I want to yell at him.
Terry Foster
He
should be here in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, he
He's
should be
usually
rolling
walking
this.
around. So let's give a shout out to our people at Coast Portland right now. If you need any camping things, knives, lanterns, everything, you know, this thing has literally been a part of my hip now that I got it. It literally just fits in my pocket. Got a nice little clip. And yesterday we were, you know, bringing in some new mic stands. I needed to open some stuff, and really just makes everything easy. They got sunglasses. They got all types of things. Safety glasses for you if you're doing your outdoorsy stuff. So make sure you go to coastportland.com today. Enter that promo code WSN20 for your 20% off.
Good morning, everyone.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
Let's get into Joey's news.
Let's go.
Man, you want to use the word single-handedly? Because Trae Young straight up took that game and ran with it yesterday, dropping 48 points, 11 assists. Hawks 116, Bucks 113. I had fun trash talking up at the casino. But Trae Young, up by 5. They left him wide open. You don't do that to Trae Young. Look at this.
So how are they going to find an answer for this man right here? Oh, my goodness. Oh,
The shimmy.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He just shook his shoulder.
I'm just mad that me and Joey bet. I'm mad that me and Joey said that he was going to win, and I'm the only one who didn't bet.
You didn't bet on it?
I didn't bet on it. And the thing is, like I said, it was all inkling. I didn't put any money in the game. I feel stupid now.
Dude, there's no way. Don't feel stupid. I didn't think there was any chance in the world they were going to beat the Bucks at home in Game 1.
Feel stupid.
I feel broke. I don't feel stupid.
And then the best was after that. Giannis in the huddle. I want to know what he said. I mean, Stick, I'm going to have you commentate what Giannis said in this huddle right here.
He's like, listen, you motherfuckers better start closing out on this little guy that is tearing us up tonight. You let him stand there and shimmy on us. He shimmied on us. That's an insult to all of us. I'm going back to Greece and sending all your asses home.
Back where I'm at in Greece, they don't do that.
Right. The last time a dude shimmied on me, I shanked his ass. That's what he said.
Did I hear Greece?
And guys, the nicest alley-oop I have ever seen right here. Trae Young, you don't see this in the conference finals. You see this in maybe the All-Star game, but beautiful alley-oop off the glass to John Collins.
It's like demoralizing.
My favorite part of that play did not even take part on that play. It was on Twitter. Kent Bazemore was like, I told them guys in practice they'll never get that off, and they do it in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Way to go, Coach.
That was like Joey said earlier. That put me right in the mindset of it. Was not the exact same move, but it reminded me of T-Mac doing all that kind of stuff. Him and Vince Carter doing that stuff in the All-Star game.
Right.
Man. Woo, Eastern Conference Finals.
Yep.
And Tuesday night, did you guys see the video that went viral yesterday about Rajon Rondo?
No.
So look at this right here. What happened to his mouth guard?
Oh, I think I've seen this one.
Look at the mouth guard.
Watching it.
From 3 in these playoffs.
He's a magician. He's a magician. He put it in his mouth. It's just perfect timing.
Like honestly, you can't tell because when you put a mouth guard in, it makes your mouth a little bit bulkier, you know?
Right.
He just did it so smooth and quick, like.
That's funny.
Quick change.
I love the internet.
Mouth guard, quick change.
And then this is the bet that I was talking about yesterday at Motor City Casino. Some NHL talk. The Islanders, they're all there yelling like, put your money on the Isles, put your money on the Isles. And I'm like, I don't even know who the hell the Isles are, but all right, I'm going to put my money on the Isles. The Islanders tie the series with the Lightning with this overtime goal. It was just 1 minute into overtime.
His first shift back in the first period. On a hit by Scott Mayfield. Here's Letty wristing the puck around. Luna kept it away from Mavillier. Now Bailey over for the Islanders.
Uh-oh.
Now off a giveaway, score!
Can't give it up deep in the zone like that. You see the dude like throwing his kid up there in the stand? It's like Simba, right? I offer you my child.
But man, watch this cheap shot right here. The leading scorer of the NHL playoffs right now is the Lightning zone, Kucherov. And look at this hit. Right there in the back. You're going to see another angle.
Kucherov, he continued to play.
Oh.
And then as we showed you a little bit earlier,
Little cross check to the back never hurt anybody.
He needs D-Mac on his team to go out there and whoop his ass.
Yeah, that'll be handled next regular season. Don't worry about that.
And the Tigers on a 3-game winning streak just had a nice 2-game sweep on the Cardinals. Just beautiful.
Yeah, good game yesterday, man.
Love this camera angle right here.
Yep. What was that? His 15th home run on the season for sure.
Is Adam still betting against the Tigers because it's not? It hasn't been looking good for him lately.
And Corey,
you already know he doesn't take the Tigers to win.
Terry Foster was at that game. Yeah.
With Joanna, I saw that picture they posted.
Saw him post up a pic. He wants to talk about it today. So yeah.
Heck yeah. Still empty as hell at that Comerica Park. Damn it.
Yeah, it's day game, 1 o'clock. It's tough to fill.
And now, Jeff, you got something for us?
Yes, I do. I got 2 videos. Fish, I know will appreciate the first one. It's a elderly league in Australia for I think
elderly league.
Yes, for basketball.
Like how old?
It must be retirees, like 70 plus. It looks like, but these guys are playing hard, man. I mean, they got.
Oh my God, yes! More of this, please.
Look at the ball movement. Number 1.
More of this.
And
look
some
at the
people
hip movement.
And then some people were saying, look, she kicks it out. The guy, and then the girl who shoots it, she's got a better shot than Ben Simmons. I mean,
look
at
that.
They
playing on a 2-foot rim? That was amazing, dude. No, where did you find that, and where can I go watch this live?
America needs to get more people out like that.
Yeah.
Australia's ahead of the game.
Oh my God, that's in Australia, Fish. Fish, that's in Australia?
I guess so.
Is this the basketball you're watching and constantly telling me to watch?
No.
Oh. I was going to say, I should have been listening to Fish years ago.
Speaking of good basketball, there's a game 3 tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes, there is.
In that series? The gray hairs versus the blue hairs?
Going on 7.
In a better series.
I need courtside seats to every game.
Yeah.
I don't know what game 3 you're talking about
Can we go live there?
Game 3,
we got to
United versus
commentate.
Perth.
We got to commentate that live. Like, I want angry fans.
John
I want
Arena,
fights in the
5,000
stands.
people there.
What's that?
Discontinue.
Okay.
They're gonna be stealing each other's IVs and morphine.
Jeff, this is your second day doing this bit, and that is the best thing I've seen on this show. So thank you very much. Great find. Good job.
I couldn't wait to show it. All right, it was iconic. But the
Do you know
second
what city
one.
it was in? Do you know what city it was in?
No, actually, they said it's in
heaven.
We don't care.
You know what? I don't know. Whoever they need to make more of them, Fish.
Okay, here's the biggest.
up.
Here's the most important question: can we bet?
Yeah.
My bookie needs something.
Yeah, we got to get that spread to my bookie.
Yes,
I need to bet on that today.
And then the second video, it's kind of a throwback. It's been trending lately, but it's not new. It's Ha Clinton Dix after he left the Bears when he was on the Cowboys, running into real life bears, going to his car. How this is just so ironic, man. I mean, the guy scooting down sees a bear, and he's like,
"Hey, we're
I'm
all
out."
laughing. You do the same shit.
Thank God he had the scooter. It scared the bears away. It looked like.
How the scooter keeps rolling is what's killing me.
Man.
But yeah, that's the two videos I found, man. The Ha Clinton Dix one is just iconic. I mean, that's been around for a while.
One more time.
Amazing, Jeff.
That was amazing. Look at just rolling right along, going to my Beamer. Holy shit, a bear!
That's only in Texas.
He's a smart man. At least he, some dudes try to be too tough. He was like, I'm out.
I did not know freaking bears were scared of birds.
Thank God for Michigan.
That's why you need a Coast knife with you at all times.
That ain't doing shit.
I'm throwing it at the bear.
You need the machete for that one.
Yeah, the machete comes in handy. Thank you, Jeff, for your viral videos of the day. That's what's trending with Jeff. We're going to do it pretty much with Joey's News every day from here on out.
And Fish, what about the Olympics in Tokyo? You ready for that?
I am very ready for the Olympics, July 23rd.
Did you see the soccer rosters being released yesterday?
I did not. I heard about it.
The men's soccer, the U.S. men's national team, the roster was released yesterday. Wait a minute, Fish, how do you not know this?
I don't know if that's the Olympics related because they're not in the Olympics.
Ooh.
That's probably for Gold Cup and World Cup qualifiers.
Either way, we're excited for both,
They
Fish.
released their. You guys don't even give a shit. They released their jersey. Did you see their USA jerseys they released last week?
What's that?
USA released their jerseys for the soccer. Did you see their jerseys?
No.
You guys might not like it. It's basically red and blue. It's red and blue, pinstriped across the
Nothing wrong with that.
jersey.
America, baby.
Well, a lot of people said it was what's the epilepsy? What's
What?
the epilepsy? A lot of people said it would give people epilepsy.
Ah, okay.
Because it was all over the place.
Yeah, I don't know. But the men's basketball Olympic team finally got announced too.
Oh, we
Not
got
just soccer.
to see that.
Yeah, so that we got to talk about that and run down who is on this roster. I think we have a damn good Olympic roster going in.
I mean,
this year.
they got rid of, James Harden fat self and replaced it with Detroit's own
Jeremy Grant.
Yeah, we had some injuries in the NBA this year that prevented some to hop on this roster. But Jeremy Grant, man, that's going to be so sick.
Yeah, so Jeremy Grant's going to be on it. Kevin Durant's going to be on it. It's pretty much a good team. I like this graphic, too, because it shows who they have for their shoe endorsement. And look at Jeremy Grant's the only one up there without a shoe endorsement.
He's going to get one after these Olympics. I think he's going to ball out if he gets the opportunity to shine. But another thing I like about that is Jeremy Grant is going to be out there with a lot of talent.
Yep.
So
I'm
thinking that's going to sharpen. I'm hoping that sharpens his game, and so when he comes back this season, the Pistons will be ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, so let's run down it real quick. Kevin Durant, Damian Lillard, Bradley Beal, Jason Tatum, Devin Booker, Zach LaVine, Kevin Love, Bam is going to be there, Draymond Green, Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, and, of course, the aforementioned Jeremy Grant. What's up, Fish?
Speaking of Olympics, can I say fuck Ben Simmons?
Yeah. At any time, any place you can.
All right, well, I think he's not playing for the Australian national team, so fuck Ben Simmons.
All right.
I mean, honestly, even if he did.
No, it does make sense.
I was hoping he would so we could easily beat the Australian team. Because Ben Simmons sucks.
2019, Australia beat USA.
What year?
2019, August 24th, I
FIBA
believe.
games?
23rd?
That doesn't count.
I mean, it was a game.
They had Baines
played.
on the team. Baines is my man. I love Baines. All right, well, let's do this. Adam is in here, and he's got his bets ready to rock.
But before the bet, though, I mean, you got to make sure you're taking advantage of some quality men's shopping. Treat yourself. Go to Bridge Street Exchange in downtown Fenton. They got that new pop-up location. It is beautiful inside of the Somerset collection. So go in there, say what up to Kevin, and take advantage of that 15% off discount by just going in and saying, hey, Woodward Sports sent me.
Ever since Corey's been wearing this LeBron James jersey around the network, it's been falling down a lot.
And you know, really, that's it. Dan Campbell is going to be the man for the Lions. Don't you agree, Corey? I didn't even touch you.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network. And don't forget, coming up in just a few minutes, we got your chance to qualify for that kick for crypto. Plus, we got Rocket Mortgage Classic tickets to send to you. It's going on July 4th weekend at the beautiful Detroit Golf Club. Phil Mickelson's going to be there, Bryson DeChambeau. It's going to be a really good experience, and we got your tickets. But first, let's get into Adam with his bets.
Hi, guys. It's so weird looking at you like you guys are above me. But you guys aren't above me in betting. Huh? I had to throw it out there.
Hey, you ain't win $300 yesterday, though,
I'm
dude?
up $4,000 this week.
Oh, damn.
All my $1,000 bets.
mind.
All my $1,000 bets have hit this week, so I'm so excited. We'll start with the Clippers tonight. You got to take them on the money line. Honestly, it's a really shitty game to bet. Phoenix are the favorites. I guess the Clippers are kind of the underdogs at -102, and the Clippers are -118, so the money line is where you're going to make the most money, unless you take the spread. If you're taking the Suns, you take the spread. If you want to make the most money, you take the Clippers. So we're here to make money. We're going to take the Clippers on the money line and win the game. That's pretty straightforward. And then we have the Canadians and the Vegas Golden Knights. I'm going to take the over at 5 goals. The series has been a wild one, but you know what? I'm protecting myself with that push factor. I want to make sure. I believe it's going to be a very high-scoring game. I don't think it's going to be limited. I say 6-7 goals pretty damn easily. So that's a game I'm looking forward to. And the last 2 games I only have 4 today because it's really a dead day in betting. I didn't like any of the lines. These were really the only 4 games I could really feel confident about. I'm going to take the Astros to win by more than a run against the Tigers, and I'm going to take the Dodgers to win by more than a run against the Nationals. Those are my 4 games today. I might have a $1,000 bet today. I'm still not sure.
So you're 3-0 on these?
No. I'm 3-0 this week, betting. I've never done this before. It's just this week I've been heavy on the big bets. And 3-0, I've hit all my $1,000 bets. We hit the Austria winning at +250, so we won $2,500 on that. We hit England winning at -400, so we won like almost $600 on that. And then the other $1,000 bet I hit, God, I want to remember Portugal versus France, them scoring more. What's up, Terry? You could just walk.
We tried to do that smoothly. We were so close, but freaking Terry Foster had to ruin it.
You did it the other night.
What did I do?
I was watching the kids for the Pistons show, and then
God damn it, Terry.
in the middle.
Hey, back to you, Adam.
Yeah, back to you,
Back to you.
God damn it, Terry. Well, anyways, yeah, we're 3-0 betting $1,000. I'll probably come out with one more $1,000 bet today. I don't know. There's no soccer action. There's only one NBA playoff game. I don't know. I don't like throwing my money out
Adam, you're
there
not
too
betting
much.
the Copa America?
No. Fuck that. I don't even know anything about South American soccer. I didn't even know South America existed until like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, well, okay, well then you don't know geography. Geographics, whatever the hell it is.
I didn't pay attention in school, Fish. Clearly.
Okay. Well.
Anyways, those are my 4 bets today. I'll run them back down. We got the Clippers. That's your best bet to make money today in the NBA if you want to bet on the game. You got to take them at -102 on the money line. And then you're going to take the over in the Habs versus Knights game in hockey over 5 goals. You get a push. If it does hit at 5, so it's a safe bet. I like the over at 5. I'll take the Astros to beat the Tigers by more than a run tonight, and I'll take the Dodgers to win by more than a run. Those are my 4 bets today. Focus on them. I'll probably come out later today with another $1,000 bet. We'll see. I haven't found anything that I'm in love with or that I feel like is a super mistake outside of these 4 games.
Awesome. Well, those are Adam's bets for today, and hopefully your hot week continues.
Yeah, man,
you
it's
are
dope.
Crushing it this week. And if you want to place your bets, it's real easy. Go to mybookie.com, enter promo code Woodward, and we will match your first deposit up to 50% of what you put in it.
So the WSN fight bets should be getting paid out today.
Okay, today?
We got confirmation. Yeah, I don't know why it's been such a pain in the ass, but
Well, it was an unsanctioned event. We had to send
they
them
had to
the fight.
watch the video and then
Yeah.
they had to go through the rules and regulations, and I don't know. They sent an email this morning saying it's getting paid out, so that's all I care about.
Well, 'cause
Everybody who didn't listen to me, congratulations.
They don't want us to cheat and say that Stick won the fight, and then in reality, Easy won the fight.
Or
so
that it was a fake staged event and stuff like that. They wanted proof of performance. And I understand that before they're giving out money.
We should do Terry versus Fish.
What's that?
Terry versus Fish.
I got Terry.
Why? Yeah. All Terry would have to do is boop.
I
mean,
fight Fish.
anyone would just have to go
Look at
boop.
that little
That's why I'm not
face.
going to fight.
I couldn't smash.
I
that
would be the
face.
ref, but I would have no interest in fighting.
All right, well, if you want to bet on Adam's bets, go to mybookie.com, enter that promo code Woodward, and we will match your first deposit up to 50%. So make sure you go do that today. It is Thursday, and that means Terry Foster is here, and he is going to regale us with some stories.
Can I ask you guys a question, though?
When we come back.
Okay,
Yep.
I'll do that. That's
Terry's
what you
got a
guys
question
are
for
teasing.
us when we come back right here on the Woodward Sports Network.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our number one priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network.
All right, fellas, what in the hell has happened around here?
What you mean?
I was walking around the offices and everything. There's used condoms with Pistons logos on them.
Oh, yeah.
Uncorked champagne bottles.
We call it a sporgy.
My God, you made a mistake. You let the kids take over at night.
Yes.
When the Pistons got their #1 draft pick, and they just went nuts. They just tore the whole place up.
What's these condoms about?
Yeah, big Detroit Drew was
man.
pouring beer over himself right out there on Woodward.
It smells like malt liquor out there.
Yeah, well, that's from me, but that's okay.
Okay. But you let the little kids, Detroit Drew, and what's the little Kool-Aid kid?
Yeah,
and
Detroit Kool-Aid.
Who else was on there?
Pistons Talk
Oh,
was
yeah,
there.
Pistons Talk. And I was like, what the hell is happening around here?
The new regime's taking over, Terry.
I guess so. And y'all were celebrating around here. Party's not over.
No, but we got an invite, and that's the first time in 50 years we got an invite to the party. Can't I be excited I got my invite?
You should be excited, but I was just like, what the hell? The fuck is going on around here?
Thank you, Terry. At least someone agrees with me.
Hey, I didn't say I didn't enjoy it, but I was like, I'm a little bit of an older citizen. I'm not used to stuff like this.
I didn't say I didn't enjoy it, but I was like,
All right. Did you have a
next, time for the
similar
draft.
feeling in 1950 when we got Bob Lanier?
Funny.
70?
No, I was happy they got George Mikan.
Okay. the first,
that was my big
OG
thrill.
#1?
Yeah, right.
But yeah, Terry, in the realm of sports moments, at least we were having this conversation, outside the Tigers in the last 10 years, that's probably the biggest Detroit sports moment.
It is. Now you better hope that Cade Cunningham can play.
Yes. That's the second piece of the puzzle. Definitely.
Right. And I came here. I got what his number should be.
Is it Barry's?
No.
Because somebody said that. I thought it was cool.
That was actually sweet.
He should wear number 12.
Okay.
The reason being is we recognize Isaiah Thomas as the greatest Piston of all time, right?
Yes, sir.
And I got this from young Jimmy King. Jimmy King, who played for the Fab Five, and when he went to the pros, he wore 24 because he wanted to be one greater than Michael Jordan, which sort of didn't happen. So
yeah,
Cade Cunningham should be thinking, okay, let's win 3 championships here. Maybe if he's good enough, he could be on the Woodward Sports Network. You guys would have him on here. And so one better than Isaiah Thomas.
I like that. I like that.
I don't. He looks too sweet. He got too much swag to be a double-digit number. He's got to be in the single digits. Like his number 2 Oklahoma State jersey is so sick.
I think he steals that John Barry number 20.
So what's up with the double digits? Michael Jordan was 23.
It's certain numbers. There's certain numbers, but like 12 and all those, I don't mess with them. Honestly, even like 11 obviously is legendary, but when you got swag like that, you got to have that single digit number.
But you do know 11 was not legendary until a legend wore it.
For sure.
It was just another number.
What you gonna do? Give him Langston's old number 9?
Number 9?
That's my number. It's my number before
No,
Langston's.
one of the suggestions I saw on Twitter was because he's from Oklahoma State and Barry Sanders wore 20. Come here, he could wear 20 for the Pistons.
Okay, I'm for it.
I thought that was a cool idea too, but honestly, I don't care what number this dude wears. As long as he takes us to the next level, gets us a playoff berth, victory, and then to the championship, I don't care.
You know you're gonna buy a jersey, so you should care.
I don't buy jerseys.
You don't buy.
You don't.
I don't buy. I don't put grown men's names on my back.
Oh wow, we do have something in common. I don't either.
After weeks,
I'm like, this dude here. I don't know. We are like the polar opposites, but now I don't do that either.
Yeah, I did till a certain age, and then I was like, what the hell am I doing? Like I don't want some other dude's name on my back. Like I'll represent the team.
You know what?
Clearly,
unless he's in the Hall of Fame.
I still won't wear it. I'll buy the jersey, frame it, throw it up in my basement, but I'll never.
You realize you being a fan of something is just as bad as wearing someone's jersey. It's not about another dude's name on your back.
It is for me. It's about ownership. Would you wear my name on your back, Joey?
Yes, if you had a valid reason for me to wear it, but you have yet to prove that.
All right, well, I'm going to make a jersey for you. You got to wear that shit. But yeah,
it's gonna say stick or Sam.
It's gonna say 100% stick and then 69. 100%. That's what it's gonna be.
What?
That's what you would put. You would do that just so I have to wear 69 on my back.
Corey wears Kobe, right?
Actually,
no. Actually,
I do not have a Kobe jersey.
What were you wearing?
My cousin, one of my cousins, stole my Kobe jersey, destroyed it. So I have yet to get another one. And now they're like about $1,000.
What were you wearing on this show, though? It was a Laker jersey.
That was a LeBron jersey.
Yeah, that was a
troll job.
That was a troll job.
So my brother knows that I am not the biggest LeBron James fan. So for Christmas, he bought me a LeBron James jersey, and
you wore it proudly.
And I wore it to troll stick for a second, and I haven't worn it since.
Okay,
that was my first and only time.
So where's the LeBron jersey now?
I'm missing the dirty clothes.
So it's
still
stay there.
It's on the floor flopping. Is that what it's doing? Just laying there, crying about its eye.
I have
it's actually in LA right now.
At home that I have not worn. I have a George Gervin, Eastern Michigan University.
That's clean.
And I have Jerome Bettis, McKenzie High School.
Beautiful.
Oh, that's sweet.
Jersey.
Yeah. So a funny story about George Gervin. I saw him at the not 2020. Yeah, Larry last year's All-Star game, and I was like, "Hey, what up, George?" Talking to him. I'm like, love seeing an old Eagle. Soon as I walked away, Huron. I'm like, oh, my bad. I forgot.
Yeah, they don't like. They don't
play that.
No, they don't play that. Just like Wayne State.
I was gonna say, do Wayne State the Tartars? Do they get offended by the Warriors?
Don't call them Tartars. They're Warriors.
Yeah. I miss seeing that when you were driving down the lodge and it was just like Tartar right on the side of their football stadium. So, Terry, you went to your first Tigers game in a long time yesterday,
I did, and had a good time.
We got the win.
Got the win, yes.
Had some chicks with you, too, I saw, Terry. That a boy?
Yeah, I can't go solo. I gotta have women on my arm.
Yep.
That's the way I roll. But, no, it was fun. I mean, I'm hoping to go to a game with more than 25,000 at some point. There was 13,000, and it was cool. It was an afternoon game, and I understand that people aren't used to Wednesday afternoon games. Usually they're Thursday, but had a good time. I went to my spot, the Pepsi Porch.
Nice.
And they keep changing the name of the bar. I think it used to be Amsterdam 416. Now it's Coppercraft something.
Okay, Coppercraft Distillery.
Yes.
Yep.
So, but they said they change it. I interview people everywhere I go. I talk to people. They said they change it every 4 to 5 years.
Oh, well, they got to sell that sponsorship, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Comerica Park holds 41,000 fans.
Yeah.
What would it take to make it at least look full?
What do you mean, like number-wise?
Yeah, like how many? Because we're at only 13.
30,000.
Yeah.
30? Because right now, I mean, these 13, like I'm looking at video footage from the game yesterday, Terry, and it still just looks so dead, and it makes me sad.
I thought it was 8,200, just like it was before, but now they said it was 13,000.
Yeah.
Change.
What's up, Fish?
2 questions. Number one, they got the same amount of people on Tuesday as they did Wednesday. Tuesday was a night game. Wednesday was obviously a day game. Terry went. Number 2, Terry, this is for you.
All
Did
right.
Dr. Fauci know you went? Were you able to tell her that you went out?
Yes, I have permission from Dr. Fauci to go out.
So you have full freedom now?
Well, you know what? Sort of. Dr. Fauci didn't want me to go to the gym before my daughter's graduation because she didn't want me to get sick and miss the graduation. Now that the graduation is over, I figure I can go to the gym now. Which I can, but I still get bitched at when I get home.
Does she want you to wear a mask? Is that why?
Yes, and I don't wear a mask when I work out.
Does she work out with you?
No, she won't go to the gym.
Just put your mask on, pretend, and then when you're at the gym,
You know
take
what?
it off.
You know what? You're right, because I could do the thing that most husbands just lie.
Unless she has a security.
Just lie to her.
Right, be a man, Terry.
Right.
Lie to her face and then go do what you want.
Is there a GoPro that you don't know, like a security camera inside you that she 24/7 watches you that you don't know about?
No, she doesn't know what I do.
Is that why you call her Fauci, because she's tracking you?
No, I call her Fauci because she's taking she took this COVID thing real serious. Like, I was locked in my house for months.
Does she go anywhere other than her job?
Now? Oh, I tell you what, Dr. Fauci and I went to a movie.
Ooh.
Now, she was nervous as hell. She's like, looking like this, like the virus is going to attack her in there, but we actually went to a movie. And then we went to a restaurant and ate indoors.
Did you have to wear a mask, though?
Fish interviewing the hell out of you.
Grilling Terry right now. Just absolutely grilling.
No.
He's trying to get you caught up.
This is well deserved. He's asking good. You should be a journalist. I did not wear a mask, and she bitched at me for not wearing a mask.
I figured.
So, but you know what? Here's my thing. The CDC says you don't have to wear a mask.
The state says you don't have to wear a mask.
State now, yeah. Dr. J has said that. Big Gretch. I got double vaccinated, and so Fauci was bitching at me. I said, why'd I get the fucking vaccine then? Now I can do whatever I want. I can go to games.
That's all Fish wanted to hear.
I can have other women.
I can have other women. I don't have to wear protection. We're good.
No protection. I can do what I want. So why did I take the 2 shots?
I can't.
That's what.
You got
and she has no answer.
We got hoodwinked. That's all. That's what we got hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray.
She says, well, you know, I don't trust the other people around them. Well, fuck them. I can't get it, right?
That sounds like my parents when I first got my license.
Well,
it's not you.
Right. It's
I
somebody
think
else.
technically you can get it, but it's less bad on your body.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, either way, the Pistons have the #1 overall pick
right.
in the NBA draft. And COVID is in the rear view, so let's focus on the future. Terry, I know you were talking about our little party that we threw here with the crew, but honestly, what did you feel when the Pistons landed that #1 spot? I know you're not emotionally invested into teams because you're a professional.
I said, finally. Finally, Detroit got a break. Because, you know, I was all prepared for it. They were going to throw out a little card that said 27th pick, Detroit Pistons. Because that's just the way it rolls. Like, I'm convinced, like, the Red Wings will never get the #1 pick, and that's based on a conversation I had with Gary Bettman. We were the Pistons. Now the Red Wings had won. I think it was against Philadelphia when they won the cup against Philadelphia. Bettman goes onto the ice and presents the cup, and then the Illiches pretend that they like him. So we were down there in the corridor behind the goal, and it was just me and Gary Bettman. And I was talking to him, and I said, "Wouldn't it be good for the league, or wouldn't it be good if the Wings became a dynasty?" And he gave me that look like, like he had, like I had gas, like I farted in front of him. So I could tell right there he wasn't really keen on that idea. So they'll never get the #1 pick.
Is he a nice guy?
I think he is a nice guy. I think he's a little misguided. You know, he tried to bring the NBA mentality to the NHL, and it didn't
But why wouldn't he think an original 6 team would be good to have a dynasty? Like, any of the original 6s are going to be good for the NHL, period.
Well, and especially the Wings. Here's why. When you go on the road in the Red Wing game in Arizona, California, Denver, guess what you see? Tons of Red Wing jerseys. Now, when the Blackhawks play in Detroit, you expect to see some Blackhawks jerseys because they're so close.
Right.
But I'm talking about thousands and thousands of miles away. I mean, those arenas wouldn't be sold out if the Wings weren't there. So that's why I'm thinking, because they're kind of the New York Yankees in the NHL. People love them. They're not a franchise that won a lot and people hated them. People still liked them.
Right.
So I was like, you know, I mean, I'm not going to say your league is bullshit, but outside of the border towns, the NHL isn't quite registering. Why wouldn't you want the Wings to kind of carry that banner? So that was my point with him. He still looked at me like I had gas, which I probably did. But that wasn't the way to do stuff.
Well, I'm glad they did go on that dynasty run because that was such a great experience here in Detroit. And, hopefully Steve Yzerman is building it again because you see Tampa Bay still in the playoffs. Obviously, they kind of got screwed yesterday, and now it's a Game 7 for them. But I want that. I want that here in Detroit. And I love that we have the template to get there now.
Yeah, I mean, we're spoiled. We're used to that. We're used to Wings and Pistons in the playoffs at the same time, and we're making bets, a little side bets.
April in the D.
Don't start that shit.
April. Remember how shitty all those songs were? It's so amazing. It's so amazing.
Every song
but
sucks.
they were
See,
so
that's
amazing.
the thing, though. When a song sucks, it makes it amazing because you remember it because it sucks so bad.
Yeah, like Rebecca Black Friday.
Maybe you remember
that song's
what the teams are doing and this crappy song.
But it's April. April in the D.
Stick, it's actually June. Stick, it's actually June, just so you know.
It's June.
All right, I hate that song. I hate all those songs.
Dude, that was such a crazy, weird promotion, but everybody was watching so much and consuming so much Detroit sports. Those were like #1 singles here in Detroit with the rotation
and
that they were in.
guess what you guys are going to get to do? Probably in a few years. Probably 5 years. Make a little side bets. Who's going to make the biggest run, Wings or Pistons?
I can't wait for that.
I think the Pistons. Pistons, to me, now, because we had this conversation a couple months ago, like, which team do you think's next up? And the Lions were the top of everybody's list. The Red Wings were in the mix. Tigers were at the bottom. But now I think the Pistons are either 1A or 2 with now landing this #1 overall pick, especially if they take Cade Cunningham. I think we're next up.
Right, and we have to see what is Troy Weaver going to get in the second round. He's probably going to get a player that's decent.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
Troy Weaver is a wizard.
He do what he do.
And Terry, you got a bunch of other things you wanted to discuss today, including more jersey talk that we wanted to talk about. There's a hot-selling jersey in the NFL, and you wanted to ask us about that. So we will discuss that and more with our man Terry Foster next on the Woodward Sports Network.
Hey guys, I'm D-Mac.
Hey guys, I'm Pilar.
That was a little slow.
Right.
Hi, I'm D-Mac.
I wasn't ready. I was doing this.
Hi, I'm D-Mac.
Hey, I'm Pilar.
I'm Maz.
You're lit. Hi, I'm D-Mac.
I'm Pilar.
I'm Maz. We suck.
You suck.
Catch us Monday to Friday, 3 to 5.
Every day, right here on The Hook.
On Woodward Sports Network.
Be careful.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. And you know what we forgot to do? We got to qualify somebody for crypto. So we're looking for caller number 5 right now. 313-552-6322 is the phone number. 313-552-6322. Not only are you going to be qualified for our Kick for Crypto contest, you are going to get weekend passes to the Rocket Mortgage Classic going on July 4th weekend, and we're going to hook you up with parking as well. So caller number 5 right now, 313-552-6322. Not only are you going to get those Rocket Mortgage passes, you're going to get qualified for our Kick for Crypto contest going on where you can win $25,000 in crypto.
Hey, low-key, that parking is nice.
Yeah, parking is
That's
everything.
That's a nice little
man.
add-on right there.
Parking is everything.
I'm walking up there.
Terry, which way do you want to go with this conversation? Do you want to talk about the sticky stuff in the Major League Baseball, or do you want to talk about the Raiders jersey that is selling like hotcakes?
Well, I already know the answer to this answer, but Carl Nassib, is it Nassib?
Nassib.
Nassib came out and said that he was gay, and so it was created a big, I'm not gonna say stink, but created conversation in the sports world.
Yeah.
His jersey is the hottest selling jersey in the NFL right now.
Wow.
For the NFL shop.
Yeah.
Now I already know your answer because you don't wear it, but would you buy his jersey just because he came out and said he was gay, and would you wear it?
I mean, if you ask that personally, I'm going to say no, but I mean, I understand why people did it. I mean, we're over here talking about how we don't even want to wear other men's jerseys on our back, so you're asking the wrong crew, but it's crazy to hear that, that it comes just from that to being the #1 selling jersey, and it just shows you, man, that LGBTQ plus, did I say that right?
I think so.
You said it right.
The community, I mean, that's just support right there, for somebody coming out the way that he did and being the first active player the way that he was, it's a big deal to them.
It is big, but here's the thing, here's the next step. How is society going to act? Because immediately afterwards, the NFL, the Raiders, even the LA Chargers and a bunch of other people, supported him, and which they should.
Right.
But this society is, I don't know what we're going through. We're transitioning. We're full of assholes. And just to be frank, and he's going to be on the road in L.A. or somewhere else, and somebody's going to start screaming fag and all this kind of stuff. And so how does society act? Because right now, we're not in a good way. We don't know how to behave. We can't behave on planes. We can't behave in restaurants. In fact, I had a conversation. I went downtown with two guys who own restaurants downtown Detroit, and they said one of the reasons they can't keep employees, yes, because they're getting paid by the government, but the other is that the asshole factor in the restaurants from customers is at an all-time high.
It's entitlement, man.
Right, and people are like, I don't have to take this shit for $3 an hour, so I'm out.
Yeah, as far as the jersey and society goes, to me, when this story came out, it didn't faze me. It's like, okay, move on with my day. And me and D-Mac were having this conversation, and it sometimes things like this happen, and the information isn't for you. I'm not going to be bothered by it because I assume there were already gay players in the NFL. This is just the first one to actually come out and put his flag down on it and be like, I'm gay and I'm here to play. Michael Sams was drafted as an openly gay player. So I felt we were beyond this point, but clearly we're not beyond this point.
We're not. Women are more apt to claim that they're gay, but the men, we're so macho, and you got to be a man, and so we're not beyond that. You know what? We're about to find out.
Yeah,
we're gonna find out next season. But I don't think we're behind that because I think we have an immature society.
See, I think it'll be self-regulated. If you're at a stadium and the Raiders are playing and somebody is, throwing out racial slurs and stuff, I think there'll be enough people surrounding them to put that person in check. That's where we are in society right now and how, most people are accepting. I would say 80 to 90% of the people are accepting of that. So it's the majority needs to call out the minority when they're doing that dumb shit.
Right. And I say this, the NFL, I go by the thing. I don't care what you say. I want to see what you do. I think the NFL, if somebody is throwing out slurs, not only kick them out, but they don't come back anymore. You done.
Yeah, that's fine. The same thing as a racial slur. To me, it's just...
We found out that you could permanently ban people from the Malice at the Palace.
Yeah, David Wallace.
None of
Wallace's brother got banned.
Right. None of those guys are allowed in the palace, and they have not been in the palace since.
And they will never be. I'll never step foot in the palace.
We're all banned from the palace.
We're all banned from the palace. It's just a damn empty lot. That breaks my heart every time I head up 75, man. So many good memories in that building.
I'm not surprised that his jersey started selling like that. I mean,
to be the #1 selling jersey, listen, it's a big story.
It's a big story. I get it. It's a big story, but it's not shocking. There are gay people that watch football, and of course, there's
a lot of gay people though to be the #1 selling.
But honestly, it's the off season. Nobody's really buying NFL jerseys right now.
Right.
This is kind of if this was.
But you got to pass Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
People, I mean, there's people, high-profile people whose jerseys sell.
I mean, there are some people that are out. There are some people that are closeted. Everybody's buying a jersey. You don't know who has, like you said, this season we're really gonna see America's, resolve in this type of situation. Also, too, I'm just looking at his stats. I think people are just buying it just to support him. If he was a good player, his jersey would have been selling.
Right.
Now it's just people I think right now are just buying out of support.
Yeah, if I saw somebody wearing a 94 Raiders jersey, I wouldn't know what the hell it meant. Honestly, I'd just be like, oh, that guy likes the Raiders.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird that, like, the most manly and craziest fan base, though, that's the jersey that's going to represent them the most this year.
And I didn't really know that much about the guy until, now.
Yeah.
So
he put himself on the map at least.
Yeah.
What's up, Fish?
We have caller for the crypto and the golf. We actually have two caller. We're gonna start with the golf winner.
Oh, they're the same winner.
Well, but Dan called for and he already won the crypto.
Oh yeah, so he can't win the golf.
Okay.
So give us the other winner, and they win both.
All right, we've got Sean. There we go.
Sean Baligian is ineligible.
Is this Sean Baligian?
It is not Sean Baligian. This is Sean from Farmington Hills, not L-Town.
Hey,
So
Sean, are you there?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Doing well. Where are you calling from?
Farmington Hills.
Nice. All right, what's going on in Farmington Hills today?
That's the home of Fish.
Not much, man. It's a nice day out. I'm surprised. Thank you very much. I've been a big fan of you guys. Found you guys on YouTube a couple month or so ago, and been watching ever since. Man, you guys are awesome. Appreciate what you do.
Yeah, I don't know why you're thanking us because you ain't the winner. We just wanted to say what up to you.
Oh, that's me.
Congratulations, Sean.
Congratulations, Sean.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yes, you are now qualified. It's for that $25K kick for crypto. That grand prize is going to be going on July 23rd. Plus, we got a weekend passes for you to go to the Rocket Mortgage Classic going on July 4th weekend, okay? And we got your parking passes,
Plus
too.
that parking, baby.
Oh man, you guys are I can't thank you guys enough, man. This is awesome. Hey, also Terry, what up, man? I've been a big fan of you for a long time. It's good to see you on here.
He's a big fan of you, Terry.
Thank you there, buddy boy. We appreciate it.
Terry doesn't have his headphones in, so he couldn't hear you, but
it's all good.
Fish is going to get your information, and to make it official, man, I just need a Woodward Sports Let's Go out of you.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Yeah, congratulations, Sean from Farmington Hills. So we're doing that every day. Your next chance to qualify for that kick for crypto coming up at noon with Baligian and Bell, and then the hook has your chance coming up at 4 o'clock. We got more with Terry Foster coming up next on the Woodward Sports Network. First, let me tell you about my friends at Levels. Levels is where you're going to need to go, or you don't even need to go because they're going to have a delivery service too. It's the next level in Michigan cannabis. Their grand opening in Centerline happening next month. You can check them out, enjoylevels.com, or go give them a follow on their Instagram right now at enjoylevels.
Hey, it's Joey from Woodward Sports at my favorite downtown Fenton, Bridge Street Exchange. Let's go check out their beautiful store. You know we love Michigan summers. Got to turn up on the lake. Pre-made mixed drinks. They even got their own beautiful Bridge Street Exchange t-shirts. I got mine on. Jewelry, they got you here. I got mine on. Titanium Buzz. If you're not quite ready to ask that big question yet with the jewelry, look nice for your girl. They got polos. And last but not least, the most comfortable shoes on the planet. Hey Dude. They're literally called Hey Dude. Shop here at Bridge Street Exchange, downtown Fenton. Support a locally owned business.
Corey giggling. Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you guys for waking up with us and watching on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and, of course, Facebook. And thank you guys for dropping comments. Some of y'all been on fire today. You're making us laugh up here, so thank you guys so much for that. We love seeing the participation. Terry is on. It is Thursday. Fish, I need this music up just a little bit because it is now time for the world-famous Storytime.
Yes, I like to do stories
with Terry Foster
based on my career as a journalist here
Uncle
in
Terry,
Detroit.
Tell us about.
Oh, are you from France?
I was at the Pontiac Silverdome, and for you young kids, the Pontiac Silverdome is where the Detroit Lions used to play.
Wow.
Where's the Pontiac Silverdome?
In Pontiac. It's rubble now.
Right off Featherstone. It's
Yeah,
it's on the Amazon.
You know what?
It's Amazon now.
They tried to blow it up, and
I
it failed.
saw that. They failed. They had to do it.
Yeah, they had to
on
do it all over
the
again.
Who was
following
that?
Monday.
Barton Mallow?
You know what's funny about that? I know the girl
Was it
whose
them?
dad was in charge of that. I went to I knew her from high school, and she was so pumped. Like, my dad's about to do the demolition, and it happened, just nothing. It was.
Did you tell Dad you're supposed to use dynamite, not firecracker?
Hey, I won't lie though. Listen, we might have messed that one up, but that was awesome publicity to have that viral video.
Yeah, one more failure at the Silverdome was the title. It was amazing.
Anyway, before the stadium was imploded, I was at the Lions practice with Mr. Wayne Fonts, who people refer to as the greatest and worst coach in Lions history, because he had more wins and more losses. But anyway, Wayne Fonts was talking about great coaches one time, and he said, you know, people like me, Bill Parcells, Vince Lombardi, and I was standing there and I was trying to be nice. I'm like, did he just refer to himself with Vince Lombardi and Bill Parcells? So afterwards, everybody left because I liked Wayne. I didn't want to embarrass the young man. I'm like, Wayne, did you just say use yourself in the same line with Bill Parcells and Vince Lombardi? He said, yeah. I said, dude, you're not that, brother. I mean, you're funny. You like you in Detroit. You're good for the Lions and bad, but you can't do that. He said, what? He's like, call me horse. Why not horse? I said, because you're not great. And he got that little sad look on his face, and he said, I'm gonna prove you wrong. You know, when we win the Super Bowl, because he couldn't even say it. He started stuttering. When we win the Super Bowl. and me, I'm a little bit mean. I started to laugh.
I would laugh too.
Say, you ain't winning the Super Bowl.
I mean, come on, man. Super Bowl, he had the sad look on his face. I know about sad looks. I seen the sad look on my face every Sunday watching with my dad when he was watching the Lions game. So I don't talk about hearing about no sad face.
And, and since then, the players who played for him always supported him because our pal Rob Parker was always saying, fire Wayne Fonts, he's terrible. But they always supported him. But since then, now they're no longer playing for him. Whenever I asked them, how come the Lions only won one playoff game? You had Herman Moore, Lomas Brown, Barry Sanders, Kevin Glover was an all-pro center. You had some pieces there. And now they blame Wayne Fonts. He had us in the wrong scheme, and so that and speaking of schematically, I'm going to refer to another story. I at the time would take shots at different positions. First, it was the lineman, and then I started questioning why the defensive backs were getting burned so much. So I was in the Silverdome one time, and then a hand grabbed me and pulled me into a room. And it was William White, who was used to play for the Lions. And he said, we're sick of you ripping us. We're going to show you right now why we can't, function right. They had a play paused. The defense was out there. And he said, I want you to count the number of yards the defensive back is from the line of scrimmage. So I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They had them 12 yards.
What's that? Prevent defense?
I was going to say, we're playing prevent the whole game?
Right. And they said, it's Wayne's brother, Johnny Fontes, can't coach. He's got us in these schemes that are impossible to, cover people. He said, you can do whatever you want. And we're 12 yards. What are we supposed to do?
That's when you hit that Y and then you hit up to back up the defense on the Xbox. He hit that 2 times.
So I stopped making fun of the defensive backs. So the reason the Lions didn't win in the 90s, coaching.
Fair enough. Reason why we didn't win the last 3 years.
Adam looks so depressed.
I mean, those were the best teams. Those were the best teams we ever had.
They were. They were.
Such a low bar.
And we got a playoff win out of them.
Such a low bar.
And that was a legendary Lions team.
Retire them all. Put them all in the Ring of Honor. And Adam's got to get in on this conversation. He's had enough. He's had enough.
This is why Sean
Make sure the mic's on.
Baligian. That's why Sean Baligian and Terry Foster stood up here and shit on the fucking Lions for this exact reason. This is so annoying. It's so depressing. Why do you have to do this? I don't need to wake up.
telling us the truth.
This is a horrible story.
All right.
Like, this guy is the biggest dumbass I've ever met in my life. Wayne Fawn's thinking he's a great coach. Like, what are we doing? Like, why didn't you just shoot him that day and save us the fucking problem? Why?
I have no problem. No, here's the problem. If you say fire somebody, the Fords would do the exact opposite.
Then
He didn't say fire him.
I didn't tell you to fire him.
So
I know you couldn't fire him.
Kill the dude and be in jail.
Put a bullet in his head. What's the
You would have
problem?
been a legend.
Problem
Do you
solved.
realize what you would have been, Terry? A legend.
You know what? I'd be a legend, afraid to pick up quarters. You know what I'm saying? Because some dude named Willie is going to take care of me. No,
I heard about
no,
Willie.
thank you.
They call him Big Willie up there, Terry.
If I had put a bullet in Wayne's head, which one of y'all going to come visit me in jail?
I'd visit you, Terry. I'd send you some JPay.
I wouldn't just
We'd be
visit you.
set.
I would bring you flowers. Not only on the anniversary, but once a month. With some Skittles.
Now,
maybe.
if you really love me, you know what you do? You would bring me a cake.
With a file.
With a file in it or some shit like that.
I'll
You know,
put a
flowers,
shake in it for you.
They just die.
The one you use on fish?
'Cause I be trying to get out there.
So when was the interview done? Was it post winning a playoff game or pre?
It was pre.
Jesus Christ.
Oh
my God, we're
He
so
hadn't even won the playoff game. But his whole thing is coming. It's coming. The playoff wins are coming. The Super Bowl is how he always said is coming.
Is that the most outlandish thing you've heard from a Lions coach?
Yes. Although I did get cussed out by Rod Marinelli one time.
Oh,
He
God.
didn't like what I was writing about the team because I basically said, this team is not good and Rod Marinelli is not a good coach. So this motherfucker cusses me out.
He had a sharp shovel and a strong will.
Yes.
What do you mean he wasn't a good coach? Sharp shovel.
And pad level. Don't forget the pad level.
Yeah, you cannot forget pad level with Rod Marinelli.
And I always thought he was just horsing around with the media because he didn't know what to tell us. And I talked to players. He said, nah, he says the same thing to us. He said, fellas, we played well today. Pad level was a little high, and we didn't win. He would tell them the same thing.
Man, I hate those coaches that don't give you real response. Well, we just got to play better. Well, no shit. We all saw that.
Well, I'd rather have that than our pad level was high.
I just want to be in the room when the decision was made to hire these guys. Like, I want to see the interview process and what possibly could have been said to sway the ownership in hiring these people. Like, it's amazing. It's amazing.
I mean, the Quinn thing. Yeah, the Quinn thing was set in stone. Like he knew wherever Quinn went, Patricia was soon to follow. Like that was set in stone. There's nothing we could have done about that, unfortunately.
It's boys hiring boys.
Yep.
You my boy. I like you. You want to make $8 million a year? Come on.
I mean, honestly, if any of you want to make me that offer, I will gladly accept it and suck at my job and still make $8 million. But
I did hear something interesting at OTAs about the whole Bob Quinn, Matt Patricia thing. I'm not gonna say no names, but it was just conversation. It was like when the moment they fired Jim Caldwell for Bob Quinn, for Matt Patricia, Bob Quinn was on the clock because they didn't want to get rid. They really didn't want to get rid of Jim Caldwell.
Why would you?
They wanted to, but Bob Quinn switched their arm and they went ahead and caved in, and from that moment he was on the clock.
You know why, Corey? Because 9-7 isn't good enough. That's what I was told.
You know what? 6-10 is not good enough either.
Right. But you know what? You know what is nice? To have that as your low. That's what I love. When that's your low and that's your basement, then it is okay. when that's your peak, then no, it's not good enough. But that was the average.
Lions, though.
That was the average.
That wasn't the average. They peaked year 1.
It was
7,
the average.
9,
Look up the
7,
stats,
9, 7.
Adam. Let's not start this shit.
No.
It was the average.
I just told you exactly what happened. They peaked 11-5 the first year, lost the playoffs. 7-9, 9-7, lost in the playoffs.
Yep.
9-7.
And what is that average to?
Oh my goodness. I don't care about the 9-7 average. I'm going season by season. Like, you can make your point.
I just said
they
average.
peaked under
That's
the coach
what he
year
averaged
1,
as, and you said no, he didn't.
and they declined every year following that.
You can't follow math. I'm sorry.
Well, you can't understand that the
There
team
they
was
go
getting
again.
worse. On
There it goes. Open the
What do
camera
you want? I
line.
said that's what he averaged.
Like,
No,
you
that's
want to
not what
make
he averaged.
you
You
want
know
to make
what? No,
you
no.
want to make his basement seem like it's the bee's knees and it was the greatest shit ever. You couldn't
was
even
for
win
a
a
Lions
goddamn
fan.
division after starting 6-2 with Aaron Rodgers not even being healthy. Get
Okay,
that
I
shit
am
out
not
of
a
here.
program director, but I'm going to make this suggestion. You should have a show with Stick and Adam, and it should be named The Fuck You Show, You're an Asshole.
Starring Adam.
You're stupid, bro. You don't know what you're talking about. You're
You don't
stupid.
even watch
didn't
the
even
game.
say
You
that.
don't even watch the games with me.
Terry, I have suggested that for like 8 years, and they still haven't done it.
They don't
So
listen to
if-
you?
Sometimes.
We're trying to
Sometimes
put
they
together
do.
like
Sometimes they do.
19 shows on this network. We can't even find time to talk to each other.
Well, yeah,
This is the only time we get to talk sports.
Do it on Saturday at 2 in the morning.
Oh yeah, Fish. 'Cause when I'm after my 90-hour work week, you want me to come in at 2 in the morning on Saturday to yell at Adam about not knowing math?
Work hard. Yeah, work hard.
You know, you'll be so tired by then.
Right.
You'll say, Adam, you're doing a great job. I agree with
Right.
you.
You're right.
And that would become the
He got no
the
work ethic.
lovey-dovey show.
I'm just not going to sit here
it at
and
the
let
cabin.
you
Do it at
glorify
your
a
cabin.
9-7 average coach who accomplished nothing here, who took a really good roster, 11-5, dumped themselves out of the playoffs, followed the next season, got worse, and then progressed 9-7, 9-7. They didn't get any better under Jim Caldwell. They peaked year 1, and they got worse every
So
single
when you
season.
lose Kelvin Johnson, you lose Ndamukong
They
Suh,
got better
you lo-
after losing Calvin Johnson, actually. Matthew Stafford started performing much better, and the offense actually
They
increased
did not
year to
get, you don't get better when you lose Calvin
Well,
Johnson,
you-
first of all. You don't know
statistically,
football.
statistically, they were actually better without Calvin Johnson.
The offense performed better. Matthew Stafford threw more completions
And
because
less
he was spreading
interceptions and turned the
around.
ball
Yeah,
mu-
that's fine, but they
which-
didn't get better. Megatron sat in that goddamn seat and told you why he left. And if you don't want to believe Megatron,
Look,
then you're
Megatron
definitely not
left
gonna
under
believe
your
me.
greatest head coach of all time. Why would he leave the greatest head coach the Lions ever had?
Because it
Please
wasn't a
explain.
head coaching thing. It was them
I
getting
know.
rid of Fairley. It was them getting
I
rid
know.
of Sue. He said, go back and watch the fucking interview.
Mm-hmm.
He sat there and said that. They gutted that team that was doing so well,
Mm-hmm.
and he didn't want to do it anymore. So it had nothing to do with the coach. It had everything to do with the upper tier decisions to get rid of our best players. Literally, if you're not going to listen to me, please, Adam, listen to Calvin Johnson.
And
The interview on your own
The
network.
interview that you sat there and watched.
Listen,
and his
one thing
fingers
too.
are mangled.
Yeah, oh, dude, he shook his hand and it was like, what, throwing a
You
gang
mentioned the
sign?
stats, though. You look at Stafford's stats. 15, that was Calvin Johnson's last season, where he recorded 4,200 yards. He had one more 100 yards the next season, but he went from 32 touchdowns with Calvin Johnson down to 24 touchdowns the next season.
Yeah.
The offense was statistically more efficient.
Efficient.
Turned the
Okay,
ball less.
efficiency.
More.
You
They
said
turned the
he
ball
did
over
better.
less. He did perform better. He had a higher completion rate. He threw less interceptions. That's pretty damn important for a quarterback. Like,
And fewer
You're right.
touchdowns.
From
Gotta throw that in.
67% completions to 65 the next season. That's
Touchdowns are
better.
kinda
Garbage.
important too, don't
That
you
ain't
think?
better.
Garbage. This isn't a Matthew Stafford conversation. We're talking about the Lions in 4 years under Jim Caldwell. And if you want to glorify it, I can't help you. I really can't.
I'm just going off what the Hall of Famer who played on the fucking team told me. You could go off of what you
Good.
want
He
to
played
believe.
under how many seasons under Caldwell? 2?
I believe 2.
He played
2 or 3.
11-5 and 7-9, then he retired. Correct?
I think there was one more, maybe.
He didn't retire
he played
after
3.
the playoff.
No.
The playoff appearance. Yeah, so he retired after 7-9.
But
Like-
what did he say? They gutted the team.
They
That's
gutted
why
the
they
team.
couldn't
Okay,
get
they
back
gutted
to
the
it.
team, and
You
then
take
they
away your
went 9
best
and 7
players,
and 9 and
and
7.
you expect them to still be good. Like
They went 7-9 last year with Calvin Johnson, and then 9-7 and 9-7 without him.
But what about the
Hey,
defense?
Corey, you want some?
What about the defense? Like, you're so focused on what Calvin Johnson said, you're literally
Yes,
forgetting
yes,
that we're having a conversation
I
about
put a
Jim
lot of weight
Caldwell.
in what Hall of Fame players tell me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and in
you
your
can-
eyes, Jim Caldwell is the best coach to have ever coached the Detroit Lions.
I mean,
So,
that's just
I can't
stats.
help you. It's not stats,
It
actually.
is stats. You
it's
can look it up.
statistically not true, actually.
Look at his
He doesn't
record.
have the most wins.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a playoff
Highest
win.
winning
He doesn't have a
percentage.
division
Who
title.
is the
Highest
greatest
winning
coach in
percentage.
Lions history?
They all suck.
We
So
know
the fact
that they
we're
all
having
suck.
this conversation is why you guys are delusional as shit.
I think
But
what
you
Adam,
gotta
I
pick
think what Adam
somebody.
is saying is trying to pick the Lions' best coaches like low hanging fruit. It's
Thank
like
you.
it.
But we know that. We're not
doesn't-
saying
no, you don't
that's
know
not
that.
true.
Sitting up there trying to
That's
justify
like saying
it.
Stafford's the best quarterback. We know that, but it's not like he was the
But
best
that's not a
quarterback
fucking
in the
accomplishment.
NFL.
When Fish is the second greatest Lions quarterback to ever play, and he never played for them.
Yeah, but what do you look at? You look at accomplishments under the Lions organization, and you pick the best of that. You can't
Wayne
just
Fontes
say
had the most accomplishments as a head coach.
He had one playoff win.
Wow,
One
that's
more
the
than
point.
anybody
That's the
else.
point. You're comparing shit to shit.
He
what
had
do you want me to
Barry
do?
Sanders. He had
had Calvin Johnson.
Jim Caldwell had a great,
And
not
you
great,
just heard
a very
from
good
this man
defense.
that
He had a
coaching
very
is
good
what
def-
held them back.
He's
And you're going to say
delusional.
that shit?
I'm not saying Wayne.
Did
oh
I
my
start
goodness. Terry,
this?
Terry, you got to help me out.
You just heard
Okay,
from
what's up?
You can't be silent. What the hell's
Don't
going
help
on
him
here?
out, Terry.
We're
He don't know
comparing
what he's saying.
garbage and shit.
No, that's true.
Come
It's
on.
garbage with shit. There's no question about that. But
That's Lions
still,
football.
you got to pick who is the best.
There's still a barometer, right?
Yeah, there's different levels of shit. So you got to pick the best
take
turd.
the best
I am
shit.
challenging you to pick the best turd.
Listen, I respect where you come from on this argument, Adam, because you just know that all of our years were just trash, so you don't want to pick the best of trash. And that's it.
I don't want to I don't want to glorify a coach who accomplished nothing and another coach who accomplished less than what he should have during his time.
He
Like,
reset
what are you
our
asking
floor,
me to do here?
and that's to me something.
I'm sorry?
He reset the Lions' floor, and to me that's
The
something.
floor?
The floor. Because we don't
Bro,
talk
I
about
don't
the
think
ceiling
you-
with the Lions. We talk about the floor.
There was never
And
a ceiling, and the floor actually was ready to freaking fall apart. Actually, after Jim Caldwell's last
Yeah,
season,
how'd we do when he
prior,
left?
prior to
How'd we
him
do when he
leaving,
left?
prior to him leaving, go look at his last season. 8 of their 9 wins
9 and 7.
came in the last minute of the game.
I don't care when the wins come.
Yeah,
Games-
I know you don't
the
care.
games
You
are
don't care.
60
Nothing-
minutes.
Wins are
I'm sorry.
wins.
Yeah,
I don't care.
I know. Clearly, do you know how hard it is to win a football game?
Yeah, pretty hard.
Imagine trying to win 9 games, 8 of them in the last minute of a game.
Yeah, it's-
what are the odds of doing
You know what that tells me? Good coaching.
Oh, yeah.
Good
Oh, yeah.
adjustments in the
Oh, yeah.
last 2 minutes.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
play calling.
Oh, yeah. What that tells me is that team was so damn
Adam,
close to
I will
finishing
say
5
this.
and 11,
I will
but
say
they
this.
skimmed it out and finished 9 and 7.
I will say
instead.
this for the Lions, it did under Caldwell. It did get a bit old, always having to come back and win. At some point, you want to just be able to watch the Lions and they punch somebody in the mouth out the gate and hold the lead. They were the cardiac cats.
And that's fair, but think
I
about
hated
before
it.
Caldwell. You know what got old? 0-16. 3
That
and
was under Rod
13.
Marinelli. Then he had Jim
2 and
Schwartz, who
14.
actually took you to a playoff appearance, right?
35
and then
to
he
7.
got sacked after. So, I mean, again, what are we doing? We're comparing shit to shit to shit to really bad with
Okay,
Marinelli.
we understand that. Now, be a man.
I'm not gonna
be a
glorify
man. Be a
all
man.
this shit.
Be a man. Who is the best coach
The best coach?
in Lions history under the Fords? Come on now, don't scratch that damn
balls
beard.
up.
No. I'm
scratch
gonna
that
tell you the
damn
truth.
beard.
Ball up.
The most accomplished, obviously, which isn't saying much, is Wayne Fontes. But the best coach.
See, you haven't even thought about this.
No, it's hard.
And you want to have a
They all
conversation
suck.
about it. You don't even
I
have an answer.
I got a favorite coach.
They all suck.
We know this.
So asking me to pick the best out of the shitty is so stupid.
Okay.
Actually.
My
Because if any of them were
hypotheticals.
good coaches, you would have had division titles.
We understand
playoff
all
wins.
of this. Just
okay.
throw out a name. We understand all of those caveats.
This ain't going to get done. All right.
I'm
See,
not gonna give an answer.
Coming up at
I'm
5
not gonna
p.m.
give an answer
after the
on
hook, Adam will have his answer for you.
I'm not going to give an answer. I'm not going to do that. You guys can play that game. I'm not.
I don't
gonna
You
do
know
that.
he's gonna go on the hook.
I
and
don't.
tell
I don't
him.
think. I think best coach is kind of like a. It's like really null and void. It doesn't exist. There's nothing. You're not really comparing anything. But if you want to say your favorite coach, I do have a favorite coach. My favorite coach, I would say, would be Jim Schwartz, and that would be just. Did he win a lot? Of course, no.
36%
He
of the
didn't.
time he won.
Didn't win a lot, but I felt what he did do was that he set up an identity for where the next coach to come along, they were supposed to take the Lions onto a further level than where he went them. And Jim Caldwell, he was better. He made them more poised, but he didn't really go that much further.
Right, but they also stripped his team down, too.
But you know what Schwartz did? Schwartz, I thought, was a decent coach, and then he would blow up, and the whole team would blow up. They followed their coach. He would make some dumbass move, cut somebody out, get pissed off, and the whole team just imploded.
And I also think this is all, me and my cousin have always talked about this, and I'm still going to stand on this. I think Matthew Stafford got Jim Schwartz fired by how he played in that second half of that season of that year, because he played like complete garbage to the point where you're not going to get rid of Stafford, which they probably should have, but somebody had to answer for how he played that second half of the season, and it was going to be the coach.
Well, Terry, thank you for your time every Thursday and sparking the
spirited
conversation.
let's go clean up the office here from the big celebration that these guys had.
The Pistons victory party that we had here. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and thank you for coming on every Thursday with us. Storytime with Terry, and we got Fish's Facts coming up next. Do you want to tell them about Northwestern Tech?
Yeah, before that, you know what's messed up? It's so messed up that when you look at the list of recent Lions coaches, it shows Darrell Bevel with the 1-4 record. They did him dirty with that.
That's his record.
Come on, that's messed up.
Dan Campbell was interim in Miami, and that's on his record, man. That's part of the job.
Messed up. But Northwestern Tech, that is not a messed up university, because that's where it all goes down, and all you got to be there for is 10.5 months. So check them out right now, northwesterntech.edu. Just learn about this. I mean, you're probably hearing this for your first time or never even thought about pursuing the heating and cooling industry, but this is the HVAC school that works. northwesterntech.edu.
So what's up? My name is Sean Baligian. Glad to be a part of Baligian and Bell every day at 11. I'm the guy that gets pissed off at all the stupid sports fans out there.
What up, though? I'm Drake Bell here on the Baligian and Bell show here at Woodward Sports Network. Tap into the energetic Sean and the calm, smooth Drake Bell.
Is it time? Yeah, it is. Fish!
Go fish.
Fish facts.
It's fish!
All right, Fish, let's do your facts, buddy.
All right, today is Thursday, and it's always a good day when Terry Foster's in here. Love seeing him in the room.
Damn.
You got it. I like your hat. Your hat is the
Stanford Cardinal. This is my graduation hat. I got when I went to graduation.
Paid all that money. That's all you got is that lousy hat.
No, I got a sweatshirt.
Hell yeah.
And his daughter got an education, but, you know,
That
whatever.
What up, Fishy?
Okay, let's get into your facts,
All right, we
Fish.
start with a video today, as always. And today's Thursday. We got to Thursday night. A real sport. Football. Anyways.
Football.
In the sport of football, there was a fight that happened, as you can see right there.
Oh! He just turtled him.
Gotta love it. This is fighting. Well, fighting / just pushing and shoving.
Right. Those are some big dudes, though.
Yeah.
This is what a real rivalry looks like, American sports. We need more of that. So, anyways, we go to the facts today, and we start with, well, there was the NBA game yesterday, Hawks-Bucks, and the Hawks won, so we go to Trae Young, who looked very good yesterday. He got most points in the conference final debut, 48 for Trae Young, Murray Stoudemire, 41, Kevin Durant, 40, Devin Booker, 40, and Trae Young's only 22.
Yeah,
so in case any of you did not know that, he's young.
He is Trae Young.
He is the second youngest player in NBA history to get 45-plus points and 10-plus assists in a playoff game. Any guesses at who the youngest is?
LeBron.
Luka.
Yep.
Luka. Wow.
That was one of the facts I was looking at. I did not pick that one.
Oh, all right.
But
he almost stole one of Fish's facts, man.
No, I knew he wasn't. I knew he wasn't doing it.
That was one of us looking at. We go to a second Trae Young. He got 48 points, 7 rebounds, 11 assists, 4 3-pointers. He joins Luka Doncic as the only player age 22 or younger with 45 points, 10 assists in a playoff game in NBA history.
That was a great fact, Fish. I like it.
Why are you stealing my facts, Fish?
You didn't know there was 2 of them, right? That was the second one. Anyways, we go to the NBA, where there has been 5 straight close playoff games, all within the last 2 points in the final minute so far. Bucks, Nets, Clippers, Suns, Hawks, Sixers, Clippers, Suns, Hawks, Bucks. So we've seen some very close, exciting games.
And I love it because early on in the playoffs, it was just nothing but blowouts. Like half the games weren't even worth watching. So all these games have been great.
I just hope for the close games it's never another Clippers Suns thing where the last 2 minutes or 33 minutes actually just never have that again.
Yeah, that 2 minutes took 33 minutes. That was crazy.
We go to today, which is the 24th of June. And this stuff still happens now, but I guess we know where the origin started from. 1882, a National League umpire was expelled for being dishonest after his links with gambling on games are confirmed. And, well, kind of still happens now. So,
yeah.
But started in 1882. I'm assuming Maz was at that game. But maybe he's umpiring. I don't know. But that's where it started. So just something that any of you people would like. 1991, the NHL adopts instant replay, and they adopt 1/10 of a second clock in the final minute.
Okay.
So you know how they have like 59.321, that stuff?
Yep.
They just adopted that in the NHL.
I mean, every second counts, especially in the NHL on those last-second goals, man.
It does. We go to 1995. We go to the Rugby World Cup in 1995. This basically unified South Africa of white and black people being equal and enjoying their time together. They won. They beat New Zealand, my country, 15-12 in extra time with that game.
All right.
We go to 2010, where earlier you guys talked about Adam waiting till 5 o'clock to make his discussion on who the best Lions coach is, but a tennis match was longer than that. Let's see, John Isner and Nicholas Mahut, 11 hours, 5 minutes, and they played over 3 days because there's no lights at the stadium.
Oh, wow.
So they started at 6:30 that night, played 3 hours, then they played 8 hours the next day, and then they played the rest of it. It was 70-68 in the final game. Final game. So, final set of the match. 2017, do you guys know the highest altitude of a sports match ever? The highest altitude that the game has ever been played at. Just
Denver?
guess the guess the number.
2,700 feet.
10,000 feet.
Okay. Any other guesses?
I'm going to go with 12,000.
18,799 on Mount Kilimanjaro. It was a women's international football game, soccer game.
Tough to breathe up there.
So, just found something good. Oh, we have birthday today. 1984, J.J. Redick.
Shooter.
It is his birthday, so say happy birthday to him. And we have a soccer player birthday as well, 1987, Lionel Messi. In my book, he's the greatest. A lot of people say it's Ronaldo, although I want to punch his face because he flops too much. But that's my opinion. You guys have yours.
We know he's the richest, right?
He is the richest, and he is the most followed on Instagram with 300 million on Instagram.
The Instagram thing is the most important.
So, yep. Oh, speaking of someone on third on that list, Ariana Grande, it's her birthday on Saturday.
Oh, nice. Happy early birthday, Ariana.
So-
Quit calling me.
All right, though, maybe you don't want her to call you?
Fish trying to smash.
She can call me.
I'll give her your number, Fish.
Please don't. We go to the those are the facts.
Please don't.
We go to. No, I don't
You
want.
don't
anyone
want
to call
Ariana
me.
to call you?
No. I do
Why not?
What if she walked in right now?
I would be
and
nice
just
to her.
grabbed you and said, "Come here, baby. Give me everything you got." You gonna say, "Oh, psh, get away"?
Yeah, I'd be scared as hell.
I'd be scared as hell.
What?
I would do that for anyone.
Hey, Fish, man, you know what? Okay, look. Here's what we're going to do.
Oh, no.
I'm about to take Fish out of this show.
Oh, boy. All right, we're going to Dumbass of the Day.
No,
Dumbass of the Day.
You know what? I'm taking, now
Dumbass
that
of the
everything
day.
is back to normal, I'm taking Fish, and you're going to love this. I'm taking Fish to a black frat party.
Oh, yes.
Take him to a white party. I want to see him in all white.
We need to take Fish to Atlanta.
We got to go to Dumbass of the Day.
Magic City?
Think we're
Fish at Magic City
running
would
out
be
of time
lit.
here.
No, it would be like that episode of remember off The Simpsons when Smithers he had the butts dancing in his face.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna be the buzzkill. I don't like Magic City.
What?
No.
What about the wings? Do you still like the wings?
No. Magic City, the strippers stand like 3 feet from you. They don't get into your lap, and they don't put their bodies on you. They don't put their titties in your face. I don't like Magic City.
Not in public, but
No.
That's a whole different story in Magic
Well,
City.
okay, first, I'm not in the NBA, so I don't get that
Extra treatment.
service. I don't get the extra treat. But us normal people, they just do like this.
I'm going to take Fish to Pantheon.
There we go. We're going to reopen Black Orchid for you, Fish. It's going to be amazing.
I will be sleeping during all those times.
All right, let's get into Joey's Dumbass of the Day.
The Detroit Pistons select Darko Milicic.
World's dumbest criminal.
Well, so much for me calling him savvy because he had no idea where he's on the field.
When he crosses too many timeouts, it's a technical foul.
Dumbass!
Hey, so there was a couple tweets out there about a Dodgers fan that was talking a lot of shit, and I was hoping it was going to end like the Suns and 4 dude, but it didn't. Here's a video. The Padres ended up winning 5-3, but just look at what this Padres fan, just quick, look. Just with the quickness. This Dodgers fan wins Dumbass of the Day because all that talking ends up taking that L.
I mean, and that's fun. Like, that's what you want to see. Just playful banter like that.
Right.
I'll take that all day. That's hilarious. That guy just snapped it, too. He had some nice snap on it.
Tap, giving fives to everybody.
Right. Well, thank you guys for waking up with the Morning Woodward Show this morning. We'll be back on tomorrow from 8 to 10 a.m. And then, of course, today we got the Baligian and Bell Show coming up from 11 to 1, plus The Hook from 3 to 5, where you have your chance to qualify for that $25K in crypto. So good luck with that. Have a great Thursday. Thank you, Terry.
Thank you for having me.